touch him up right now, fellas.
All right, we will let you sit back and watch your young fighter here, Shakur Stevenson, as he will get things started, and then we will have Bud Crawford and Jose Benavidez Jr.
Simion's coming straight down the middle. And you see Stevenson not doing enough work right now, getting kind of roughed up in the inside right now.
Wanted to test.
Oh! A knockdown scored halfway into round one for Shakur. What a statement this could be for the young Stevenson. Shakur, here's the first one, Timmy.
Mid-distance range right there. Simion standing there right in front. I think he threw a little lazy jab. Shakur comes around that with a short right hook right there on the chin of Simion. And down he goes.
This is how he... Some have questioned whether or not he has developed his man strength. Could he get rid of a guy who's gone the distance with champions? He puts him down again.
3, 4, 5.
Has never been knocked out in his career. To the body he goes. Short right hand up top by Stevenson.
Something Shakur was keenly aware of. Simion was stopped by Ruiz and Scott Quigg. Lost this, but was not stopped. And Shakur thinks of this as an opportunity at 21 to show his man strength.
20 seconds remain here in round one. Seconds of that first round.
When you got a wounded prey, you come to him, you step to him, you get aggressive, you let your hands go, you be precise with your shots, and that's what Shakur Stevenson done here. Right on the chin right there. You see the equilibrium go, and down goes Simion.
36-year-old veteran, 12-year pro in Simion, who got blasted by Stevenson again as he crumbles to the canvas, trying to hold himself up with that right hand. That is it. It's over.
Shakur Stevenson.
And for perspective,
they're both coming off wins, so here we go. Shakur with a black trunks and in the light blue with white. Colors of the flag of Argentina is Carlos Suarez. You notice right away that Shakur is a southpaw, unleashing bombs here in the early going. Being a southpaw. Newark on his trunks, and the people in Newark love him. With Suarez backing off and waiting. This is not where you want to be with Shakur Stevenson, as he'll put pressure on him. Shakur went the distance in his debut against Edgar Brito. And so far he's getting the power shots in. You do not want to sit back in the rope, so this kid's got tremendous hand speed too.
I think he'll take his time, but if he gets that opportunity, it's on.
Well, with the extensive amateur career, he's handled guys internationally plenty of times in his career.
Yeah, 23-1 in international competition, so he's kind of seen a whole bunch of styles. There in the Olympics, they don't even get to prepare for their opponents. It's a different guy all the time. And
even you don't know whether he's a southpaw or an orthodox fighter. In this case, he knew Suarez is a right-handed fighter, and he's totally smothering Suarez. That one hurt him. Here he comes. He realizes he hurt him. Look at the legs of Suarez.
Here's the stoppage right here. I think it's because his legs were real wobbly. He couldn't get his feet back in time. And
prior to that, and then two really hard shots. And Arthur's looking right now because he's loose in the knees, heavy in the feet. His balance is not good. Oh, he ripped him with the left hand. Two solid, one upstairs and one downstairs. Shakur hit him on top of the head and down he goes.
That's it.
Arthur McCanny says, no, the fight's all over. Arthur stops the fight. Shakur Stevenson is credited with a first-round knockout. Staggering. Chopping hand, and down he goes right on his kisser, and he pushes himself back up, and Evidently, Arthur looked into the eyes of this fighter and said, no, I don't want you to take any more clean punches because you're taking a lot.
Declaring the winner by way of technical knockout, repping Newark, New Jersey, Shakur Stevenson.
Patrick Riley, that happened April 28th in Philadelphia, right near Newark. And tonight, he wears the green of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right, I was there that night when Tyson beat Bruce Seldon, or Seldon quit, however you want to look at it. You know, he's got a lot going for him. If he can, which is what all young fighters.
Well, when you come from a good family and your grandfather's been training you to box since you're 5 years old, usually you can stay on the right track. His grandfather here tonight with him as he starts to open up against Aelio Mesquita.
And he doesn't look intimidated by Stevenson at all.
Just as you said that, he ate a straight left hand and then a combination, and down goes Mesquita, just like that.
Perhaps he should have been a little more wary.
Here's the first knockdown, John.
See him avoiding the punch, throwing a left hand that knocked him off balance, another left. Here's another look at it. First round action, that left hand got Mesquita off balance. Then a straight left hand to the chin. Mesquita appears to have shaken that knockdown off. But what a way to start in Las Vegas.
A straight left hand, a shotgun blast by Shakur Stevenson.
Wow, that was some shot.
Mesquita back on his feet, but he's been down twice in round one. Will he survive to the second? He will. But how about Shakur Stevenson?
That's what boxing is supposed to be about. Because it is different. It's a lot different. You can see right there, they're mixing up their legs. And it's not easy to fight a left-hander if you don't have a lot of experience. And he's back on his heels. Now Stevenson's feinting him to try to draw him into another left hand. Good right hand to the body. He's down again.
And that might do it. Let's see if Mesquita decides to get up and continue here. 3 knockdowns for Shakur Stevenson. Back downstairs, a thudding left. Oh, a cracker of a shot. Shakur Stevenson.
What a body shot, withering.
Knockdown number 4. Mesquita stands up. He wants to continue. Why? I am not sure. So they will continue here. I guess Stevenson hit Mesquita while he was down. That's what the warnings were. And Mesquita's about to go down again.
This fight's going to be over.
Shakur Stevenson as they throw in the towel. It's over. Knockout number 4. Win number 7. And he's done it in the fight capital of the world.
Undefeated as a pro, Shakur Stevenson.
You know, Stevenson he start kind of slow sometimes.
Not considered a slip. Let's go. Patrick Riley's never been the full 8 before.
You know, Richardson.
Inside shots, inside. What is it that makes Stevenson so good, at least as an amateur?
His boxing IQ. His boxing IQ.
Well, you never want to let someone who, at least on paper, is not nearly as good as you get confidence.
Oh.
And there's a left hand that buckled Riley back, and now Riley's letting his hands go.
Shakur is looking very sharp tonight. You can hear his corner and say after the jab, which is Coach K, the guy that trains him all the time. Riley looked like he might be a little gun shy now because Stevenson landing those big shots. With over 300 amateur fights, somebody that know how to control range.
Let your hands go.
Control the range with that jab.
You're on your way.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice left hand there from Stevenson. And the southpaw looking to close. The right hand gets Riley off his kilter. Riley trying to fight back.
Nice body work. You see how Shakur goes to the body? That jab is killing him.
And Riley's down.
I believe Shakur is going to go in for the kill.
Why wouldn't he?
Stay composed, young fella. Stay composed. Mama, there goes that man. That's the man I've been looking for all night. Shakur Stevenson.
And that will do it.
There goes that man.
And this was the stoppage. Referee had seen enough. Riley will argue with that stoppage.
This is a different Shakur I've seen tonight. He came out a little faster.
Still undefeated, Shakur Stevenson.
To grow on, where do you want to see him develop?
Well, I want to see him sit down on his punches a little bit more. He has a tendency of, being a defensive first type of fighter.
He is a precocious prospect as he comes forward here, firing off the straight left hands, and he catches Mendoza that time.
Shakur looks like
shot here.
Shakur looks like he is down, sitting down a little bit more on his shots, looking like more meaningful with his punches now.
Good punch combination, and then sends the left straight to the body. You mentioned vision. Obviously, we often talk about all the different tools of defense, but when it comes to great vision, that is what Shakur applies so well.
A tough time here. This is his moment.
His first nationally televised fight, Mark. Also his first trip to New York. He's a hard-working pro from California, but he has been taking some damage here in round number 1 from Shakur Stevenson, who backs him into that blue corner with a left hand.
Shakur looks really sharp tonight, man.
Rigondeaux, one of the most successful amateurs the sport has ever seen. Round number 2 here between Stevenson and Mendoza. Is thrown. Goes to the body, places a right hand there, tried to chop down with that right hook. Short left hand on the inside, and that got to Mendoza.
Shakur looking really relaxed. He knows it's just a matter of time before he finishes Mendoza.
Good combination there. It included the headshot. Mendoza tried to fire back unsuccessfully on the inside. Said the last couple of days of training, you could smell the ash in the air. And Sparkle Lee has seen enough. Sparkle Lee did not like the continued damage that Oscar Mendoza.
That hurt Mendoza. Steps in, throws 2 more body shots on Mendoza.
The official time, 1 minute 38 seconds of round number 2. The winner by TKO victory, still undefeated, Shakur Stevenson.
You know the business of boxing, Tim. It can be difficult. You have to try to find a place that will give you a home and ensure your success. We're underway,
well,
round
he went
1.
With the best.
Shakur Stevenson, much more of a defensive fighter, likes to use his speed, his footwork, angles, doesn't like to get hit at all. That's what he's worked on. That's what his style is predicated on.
That's a good body shot. Stevenson twice to the body. His eyes open wide, looking for opportunities, and he caught him right on the jaw.
To a world championship.
It's not like he had that much international experience. Not like Vasily Lomachenko. He only had 27 professional fights. Went to the Olympics 23-0. Ended up 26-1. And now he's in the ring. He's still a teenager at 19 years old.
Bernardo, you bring up Vasily Lomachenko, who's seen now basically by most as the #1 fighter in the world. He got stopped, but he lost. And Brito is hurt here, but he lost his pro debut. His second fight against Orlando Salido. And you know, he was like, what, 400 amateur fights, had lost once. He turns pro, loses his second fight.
It's a different animal,
being
a pro.
Lomachenko is honestly the best fighter in the world, in my opinion, right now. I think that was the agreement that he had with Top Rank. He wanted to become world champion with his second professional fight, but I don't think he was ready. I don't think he was ready for a guy like Soto.
Salido, and style makes fights.
Salido, excuse me.
That's the difference. When you look at that type of style, I don't think you'd face anybody like that as rugged. Don't just get a world title, you have to earn it.
Brito moves Stevenson back into the ropes. We've seen nice little flashes from Stevenson already. He is eager to go to the body. He is quick, he shows enough power, and he hits him again up top. Brito is game. Stevenson is final seconds of his first round. Catastrophic in Newark, and he was able to do that. Oldest of 9 children, Shakur Stevenson. Back with the jab and throwing the hands now in round 2.
Keiko Roma, who took Shakur Stevenson to the Olympics as his coach, very high on this kid. He believed in him and he thought he was going to earn a world title, and now he's using those tears from the disappointment into motivation to become a true star in the professional ranks.
Nice uppercut and hook from Stevenson as Brito is looking just to hold on now.
With clean shots at the top on the top of the head, he needs to drop him down, hit him towards the chin, keep going down to their body and weakening Brito just like that, and it'll set up big shots over the top. Got to go down to the body. You can't knock everybody out to the head.
You're talking pro action now, and that's exactly what he's doing. Putting punches together, looking sharp, moving out of the way.
Wally Moses there in the corner. He said when Shakur was a young man, he said, "Pop-up, I'm married to boxing now." And he went to the gym with him 3 times a day because Wally was going back for one fighter after another. He'd go back to the gym 3 separate times a day, and little Shakur would go with him. Grew up in the gym, and you can see, I mean, things that he'll just do automatically.
Well, you have to be married to boxing to become a world champion.
Looking at himself and figuring out his craft.
That's every fighter. We always look in the mirror.
Well, his grandfather told us that the only time he knows when he's sleeping is when he's not boxing. You know, when we can't hear him shadow boxing and, you know, doing the firing out the shots. That's when he knows he's asleep. I would hesitate. Hey, we want you to fight the #1 prospect in the world. Really?
Yeah.
What does that tell me?
But Brito knows he's tough, and he knows he's durable, and he's looking for the opportunity.
Good thudding left hand from Stevenson.
To beat a guy like Stevenson.
Well, of course, with a win, but with a good showing, who knows? It doesn't hurt him either. Brito goes down, ruling that a push. Everybody at 126, I'll give him problems. Already?
He can. Listen, he can box. He has skill. But I would love to see him sit down on his punches a little bit more, turning shots over. And he's rough and tough.
Yeah, got a little rough there, and Hernandez gives him a verbal warning.
Is that blood on the bridge of Brito's nose, or?
Brito. He's not even, no, Brito's not respecting his power.
I'll tell you what, he just changed his timing just a bit and then fired off a left hand. That was impressive.
He needs to change his focus and go down to the body if he wants to get him up out of here.
He's aggravated with something. Maybe Brito is getting rough on the inside, but... Oh, and the head comes up from Brito and flashes back. Now Hernandez might take a point away. Rough fight in his pro debut. Let's watch it again.
Oh.
Yeah, look, that's
deliberate.
That's that. Brito protests, said he just moved his head up, but I mean, that was pretty glaring. Well, it's a good test for Stevenson. Let's see how he responds.
He has a lot of skill for a guy with just 1 professional fight. Pro debut.
Lead left there from Stevenson, and that landed as well. And you see a little bit of blood now trickling on the side of the left eye of Edgar Brito.
Brito used the inside of the glove on Shakur Stevenson, trying to get the young kid flustered.
Round 3, the professional debut of 19-year-old Shakur Stevenson. Excuse me, round 4.
Nice combination.
Look at that. Shakur has really good defense. Oh, nice combination. Boy, Mayweather didn't become a defense fighter until he hurt his hand.
Exactly.
And then later in his career.
Yeah, good body shots from Shakur Stevenson, and then up over the top with the left hand. That's impressive work. Again, body shot, and that hurt Brito.
Brito's now cut from the right eye as well. So 2 cuts on the face of Edgar Brito.
You know what, Tim? Every time he goes to the body, it's impressive. And he hurts Brito with almost every other shot. Absolutely. Then he goes up top.
That's where he needs to focus. To the body. He wants to get Brito out of here, go down to this body.
Flashes out. That was a quick left hand, and then back to the body with the right.
I observed in between rounds, Andre Ward telling K. Karoma, tell him to go downstairs, tell him to go to the body, and that's exactly what we're seeing. The big change here in round 4.
Amateur fighter, flashy hands, oh, you're quick on your feet, but usually you don't have that type of power.
Poise, patience, efficiency, you gotta like that about Shakur Stevenson here in his first professional bout.
He's still not going down to that body. I haven't seen him in the last 30 seconds go down to that body. He's head-hunting. And he's standing right in front of him now. He doesn't feel anything coming back from Brito now.
That's probably the worst place for him to be, though.
As he gets ready for Anthony Joshua next week.
Yeah, I think he thinks that's his secret weapon with the Klitschko brothers that taught him how to fight taller guys and southpaws. So, well, he looks good to me right now. Very sharp, skillful, southpaw. I would just love to see him go down to that body.
Joseph Jojo Diaz, also with super bantamweight champion Jessie Magdalena, who defended his title earlier on this card, and Gervonta Davis, another world title.
Ooh. That's high level, yes. Right there. That's
wow. Putting in work.
Yeah, world-class sparring. Those are sharp left hands from Stevenson.
So skillful. Look at that step around. Look at that. That's beautiful work. But go down to the body, please. Because I seen him grimace a little bit when he hit him with the straight left.
Brito still moving forward, his face bloodied. Very game.
Did a good job catching Brito with a nice uppercut as he was coming in.
You see how relaxed Stevenson is in the inside? That's so hard to teach, honestly. He's not panicking at all. He's staying super relaxed. You see the experience he has already. Pro debut.
Quick reflexes.
Look at that.
On the defense.
Slips that, fires the left hand back, and now he goes to the body again. Flashes of brilliance in his first pro fight. Ooh. And an uppercut.
In his pro debut, shining. I know Timmy wanted the knockout, but
yeah.
Even though he's looking really good.
Yeah, I think people still want to follow him. And, you know, even though if he does get the knockout tonight or not get the knockout tonight, I think that he's shown a lot of skill, you know, at this level in his career, his pro debut. My goodness, I like what I'm seeing. Wow.
Multiple uppercuts from Stevenson. Oh, they're calling it off. That, again, is surprising. Now, ringside physician coming into the ring, took a look at Edgar Brito's face and called it off.
In favor of the winner, by technical unanimous decision, in his pro debut, Shakur Stevenson.
All right, Shakur Stevenson, the winner by unanimous decision, a technical unanimous decision.
Protege shine on national TV. At least that is the way the script has been written. We'll see whether or not it goes according to the playwrights.
Stevenson with grand amateur pedigree. And Andre, in being part of his team,
he's already a master of distance and range. It's just about getting him the fights and, you know, just accumulating, you know, the experience. That's it.
He's not that much of a baby. He's got 140 amateur fights. Come on, kid.
Boy, is he all smiles, too. What a likable young man when you spend time with him.
We don't judge fighters. You know that better than anyone, Andre, chronologically. Your first pro fight, and you realize it's all the same. Then it's just a matter of moving up that ladder at the right speed.
You got a good point, but I think it depends on the fighter. I think it depends on the individual. I know I probably didn't get settled in my pro career, but sometimes when you have so many tools in the toolbox and you can do so many different things at ease, you tend to get away from it. But as he steps up in competition, he's going to need to perfect that jab.
Now the young southpaw is flipping that jab off the hip, doubled it up last time, fires off a lead left hand and then backs away.
Definitely wanted to let that be known. Good 2 body shots right there from
Shakur.
Teddy, you wanted to see it, and he lands 2 body shots.
What I'm also seeing is something that you have to have X-ray vision to see. Stevenson is southpaw, looking to land that power hand, the backhand, the left hand, where he can turn his body into it. But one of the most dangerous punches. It's close.
Yep.
But just to touch a little bit about what we talked about earlier, Teddy, the reason why I say Shakur needs the seasoning, because you can have the skill, you can have the ability, you can have the amateur pedigree, you can be good enough, but are you man enough to take that next step and deal with a guy that's willing to take 2 or 3 to give that one shot?
To get that maturity, that confidence, that knowledge that you're reliable.
And he's throwing some good shots, and he's getting off. But if you asked him, why are you doing what you're doing?
That sometimes don't register with people. They look at the speed, they get caught up, they get intoxicated with it, with the power. But you're talking about other abilities to be depended on, to be steady, to be consistent, to be reliable, to be a pro.
And to be able to compete with the contenders and ultimately the champions in the weight class that you're in.
Stevenson has had more moments of success going to the body here in this 3rd round against David Paz, fighter from Argentina. What has been close is that front right foot of Stevenson. Time and time again, if you watch it, nearly stepping on that lead foot. And there's a slip right there. Well, Julius Ndongo will be taking on the great challenger Bud Crawford in our main event. See who can be the undisputed world champion. Let's take a closer look at Julius in our main event. Still to come.
Again, you see the talent of Stevenson, the flash, the speed, but you also see the mindset, the temperament. He's a careful guy, a selective guy. You can see that, Andre.
Yeah, if you hit him, you're going to have to earn it. He's not going to give you a free shot.
Steady approach to everything, and he's looking for counters. He's looking for an opportunity for Paz to help him a little bit and make a mistake.
Good straight left right there.
Good solid left hand from Stevenson. Bernardo Osuna is our ringside reporter tonight. We're to the body.
There's a counter punch. And that's exactly what is the forte.
And he just has to keep trusting in that, because, you know, young fighters get bored using the jab. It's not something fun to do. They want the big shots. But if he wants the big shot with a guy like this, he's got to use that jab consistently.
You saw that CompuBox had it, that David Paz landing only 15% of his total punches through a dominating effort with the CompuBox stats from Stevenson, as you would expect.
You also saw the mouthpiece come out.
Yeah, and the warning from the referee Ruiz with him in the coming years. Has gotten the chance to see a couple very special young prospects from recent Olympic glory. When we were down in Australia, we got the Irish sensation, Mick Conlon. And maybe someday down the road, long down the road, we would have a Stevenson Conlon when they were sitting on top of respective divisions, if they're both blessed enough to stay the course.
He knows what I do well. He starts where he sees that I can get beat.
Exactly.
Knockdown scored by Stevenson.
Nice straight left.
Find out what kind of finisher he is right now.
Let's see, 25 seconds to try to do it, as Paz does come forward, offering up an opportunity for a moment.
I like a fighter to go to the body, Andre, when he's had somebody hurt, because
his 3rd pro fight can get back to business like he was in the final minute of that 5th round when he scored the knockdown.
Well, like I was saying before the knockdown happened, it can be difficult training a fighter like Shakur, because he does so many things well. But you got to start with where you see him getting beat. You got to have foresight to see, hey, if we don't improve this, if we don't improve that down the road, this can be an issue. And that's how he gets better.
Yeah, exactly. To your point, you're going to be fighting lower level opponents. And down the road, you will pay for it. You didn't pay for it tonight, but you will pay for it tomorrow. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
No punch, no broken, no broken.
Good straight left to the body and straight left back to the head. And he's got over a decade as an amateur, so it's going to take a little bit of time to kind of undo that mindset.
But some of it will stay with him, Andre, because we are what we are. A kid that thinks about things, not a kid who just goes out and acts.
And I want him to stay like that. That way, when he's all said and done, he can enjoy his money, enjoy his family, and move on to the next chapter in his life.
He'll look as good as you.
Young man who fell in love training for boxing when he was just 5 years old, and his grandfather took him to the gym.
Of 60 to 53 in favor of the winner, still undefeated, Shakur Stevenson.
He's in with a tough guy that has a little bit of experience from Brownsville. See how he reacts tonight. It's gonna take his time.
Very athletic and fast.
You need a little bit more than onions in this boxing business. I'm sorry. Gotta have a pedigree. You also gotta have a good mind. Fought each other, so they're trying to figure out range, distance. Shakur is starting to get his jab relevant in this fight.
Beautiful long jab by Shakur. While Tapia was basically restricted to Texas, Brownsville, Texas, Shakur was fighting all over the world.
And trying to get Stevenson to make a mistake.
You figure he's thinking that Stevenson doesn't have the power.
It was a second round TKO that night against Oscar Mendoza.
Stevenson landed a short right uppercut, and Tapia saying, no, you didn't hurt me.
Of Johnny Tapia. Pleased to have Claudia Trejos as our ringside reporter tonight. Claudia?
Joe, the corner was very specific to be aware because Johnny Tapia is leading with the head, so be careful with the head clashes. First command in boxing.
Tapia rushed in there with his head, trying to land a right hand on Stevenson. He just grazed him.
Stop! You can't just throw him like that.
There's Shakur trying to show his strength on Tapia and let him.
So hit the weights a little bit, some of the pull-ups, some of the push-ups.
Pull-ups, push-ups, hand weights. I think what he's really waiting on is his man strength, if you will. This is a 20-year-old kid, and I don't think that we should lose sight of that. And he's being rewarded for his knockouts. He's being rewarded for being spectacular. And I'm not sure that he really feels like waiting. This is a kid, Caramba, yesterday.
Aggressive approach, but they feel confident in taking that speedy route. We will see if that materializes. Obviously, they're going to have to progress very quickly.
I'm going to tell you right now, the way that Tapia is fighting this fight right now, staying back, trying to outbox Shakur Stevenson, to me, is the wrong game plan. Yeah, make him uncomfortable in the ring to have more success.
You know, I think we were all taken by this yesterday in the fighter meeting. He said, I'm a big fan of Shakur Stevenson. None of us really like to hear that.
As Johnson defeated Jeffries in round 15 by TKO, was scheduled 45-round fight back then in 1910.
No, Tim,
20,000 came to Reno.
I didn't cover.
Right, yeah. Round 3 here.
Stop!
This is a real good opponent at this stage of development for Shakur Stevens, Timmy.
You know, has a little bit more bags, you know, better tricks in the bag. You know, he's not standing there and letting Shakur tee off. He's standing there now, of course. But when he moves in, he moves out, he's giving him different looks. It's so good to see the young man Shakur make adjustments. And he has made adjustments. He having success this round. And how he did that, he threw the right uppercut, actually the left uppercut, he's softball.
Comes forward, and straight back goes Tapia, and Shakur followed him. He's having a lot of offensive success here in round number 3. Good body work connecting on that belt line.
Yeah, that's beautiful to see Shakur going down to that body. You know, Shakur is developing really well. I like what I'm seeing, breaking him down slowly and systematically.
Double-digit power connects in this 3rd round for Shakur Stevenson. On ESPN, round 4 scheduled for 8 with the undefeated Olympic silver medalist. Look at the CompuBox numbers in round number 3. 19-to-1 connect advantage for Stevenson.
not sure Tapia is going to bring that out of him either.
A guy who has a willingness to take that risk will be fighting in our main event. There is Ray Beltran. As he is getting taped up, we will check in on him all night long. Finally, the night for Beltran to call himself a champion. There's a nice lead left hand from Shakur.
That's what happens when you just sit up on the ropes.
We talked before about Shakur sparring with Lomachenko. Let's also remember he sparred with Terrence Crawford, the NBA celebrity all-star.
Yes.
And
Crawford opened up the night for us in the celebrity game.
Crawford's really taken him under his wing. He's also put in some rounds with Gary Russell, from whom Lomachenko won the title. This is really a very experienced.
Coming in straight at Tapia as he leaned off to the right, was a sitting target. Johnny Blaze Tapia. Interestingly enough, I mentioned it earlier, big fan of Shakur Stevenson. So I watched him come up through the Olympic ranks, and he was showing a lot of deference to him, hanging around here at the resort yesterday and at the weigh-in. Lee Selby's checking in at number 6 right now on the ESPN.com featherweight rankings. The IBF champ who had a win back on December 9th against Eduardo Ramirez.
We're going to see a couple guys in that division, pretty interesting fighters. Oscar Valdez pretty soon, and Scott Quigg.
That's going to be an exceptional fight stylistically. That'll be on ESPN. Featherweight title.
He look good. Honest God truth right now. Yeah. Skill-wise, I mean, he can hang with anybody skill-wise. He's a silver medalist, Olympian. He won a silver medal in Olympics. A little bit more developing, like getting caught with shots like that when he's coming in, dropped his hands when he stepped back.
Shakur Stevenson enjoying a 73-15 connect advantage as we start round number 6. CompuBox tallying the punches for us tonight. Lightweight world champion from Namibia. His most recent world title shot came in 2012. A 15-year pro. Still in great shape at 39 years old, and he's looking to claim a belt.
Coming from the amateurs, coming into the pros, you don't really need 4 shots like that. You can do 3, you can do 2 hard ones, then dig down to the body.
Does he need a knockout? In terms of the overall strategy of his career, where it's going, does he need a knockout, Tim?
Well, knockouts are always great, and the fans at home love to see knockouts, but he's a young kid. He still haven't grown into his body yet. He's going to get a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, and develop punching power. He just sat down on those 2 body shots right there and got Tapia's attention.
And now he splits the guard with a left hand.
So, I mean, he has...
Oh, good shot right there coming
in. Deep trouble here.
Excellent work here in round number 6 from Shakur Stevenson. But more work to the body.
But did you see? It wasn't yeah. It was more of a boom, 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 boom. It was nice place punches.
I like the way he varies body and head.
Stepping around. He stepped around right there. Did you see that move? That's a vet move, man.
And took the angle to land the right hand to the body as Tapia circles to the right, and then he closes the distance, does Stevenson.
Stevenson's going to realize that when he goes back and watch this fight, if he would have went to the body a little bit more, he could have probably had more of a chance to land on Tapia.
Disagree. I think he's been going. We began with him saying that this was his version of going all in, that nothing beats a pair of onions. I think what we're seeing right now, especially with the Shakur Stevenson's talent.
Another right hand to the body from Stevenson. 3-punch combination as well.
Now, this is longer than he's been in his career.
Yeah,
and look, the 7th round.
Yeah, but look how he look. He still looks fresh. This kid is so competitive. I mean, when he's standing across the ring, just got clipped with a big shot though, and he did right. Oh, and another left hook.
As Tapia has moments of success here, halfway through round number 7.
Especially when you're getting in the clinch, you can't get too relaxed and get your head out of the middle when you're getting close and getting into a clinch. Stevenson didn't do that.
Stevenson is literally and metaphorically the baby face. He has not shaved since we last saw him.
He knows it. It's why you give pause when you ask them about the career ascent and what they project moving forward.
I'm not even sure it's the man strength. I think we're seeing tonight.
You can see that mouthpiece coming forward there as Tapia backs out. In the corner, just a glancing left hand that was slightly off the mark from Stevenson that time.
He tells his grandson time to be great. From Newark, New Jersey, Shakur usually insists on being introduced as from Newark.
Shakur grew up in Newark, moved down to Alexandria, Virginia in the course of the past year. His grandfather's played a huge role in his life.
Grew up on Muhammad Ali Boulevard, perhaps.
He's aware of everything that's going on in the ring. He's calculated, you know, on distance.
That is no knockdown there as he slipped and then was pushed down.
And moving up in class.
Good combination from Stevenson. Takes small steps forward. With a minute to go here in our opening bout, as we will have a very good-looking welterweight clash coming your way next with the Mean Machine.
And didn't follow up with anything else, just looked at him and was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna let you off the hook. Target practice right now for Shakur. Tapia trying to get in close.
Fully in the books for Shakur Stevenson to get the night started. We will be seeing plenty of Stevenson throughout this year.
The winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated, Shakur Stevenson.
So here we go. Shakur Stevenson in the fur, taking on Carlos Ruiz in the red, white, and green.
And he heats up. He does things that, you know, a lot of fighters that don't do. So, but at first, like now when he comes out, he's kind of stiff, he's kind of tight, but wait till the fight heat up a little bit.
Can he sit down on his punches and be a power puncher at 126 pounds? I mean, you can't really tell a lot early in a guy's career based on the guys that they're fighting. You know, he has the last few fights, he fights a far more professional style than what he did when he first made his debut. And if he can become a power puncher, given his pedigree.
Or do you say, go for the kill if you see it?
I'm going to be honest, and I know the world's listening to me. When I'm promoting fights at home, and I know it's going to be a blowout, let's give him a couple rounds.
Entertain him a little bit.
Yeah. No.
In boxing, you can acquire it.
Some fighters, what they call, got heavy hands. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you throw, either hand is going to hurt because your hands are so.
Plus, top-ranked boxing. Later tonight in our main event, Alexander Dimitrenko and Bryant Jennings, two heavyweights trying to stay validated in that division, maybe get a title shot somewhere down the road. Oh, nice little step in, straight left hand by Shakur.
Right there too for Shakur Stevenson, straight up with the 1-2, and then he comes in with that left hand, big smile on his face.
Ruiz was waiting to throw that punch for about 10 minutes, wasn't he? Finally got him in the corner and threw it.
I like the awareness of Shakur. He's real aware. Got good upper body movement when the shots is coming after him. You know how you first get in the ring, you got to warm up a little bit. All that shuck off now.
Todd Grisham, Chris Mannix, Brian McIntyre. You're watching Top Ranked Boxing here on ESPN+. Shakur Stevenson, one of the great prospects in all of boxing. 7-0, 4 knockouts.
You know, he's got a great, you're talking about Muhammad Ali Boulevard. Larry Holmes, I think it's still the case, works in the Larry Holmes building on Larry Holmes Drive.
Well, we were talking earlier about Terrence Crawford getting his own street name in Omaha. Maybe he can open a gym on that street one day.
Go.
Oh, that's all.
I feel like if you get a tattoo with a girl's name on your body, you deserve whatever is coming to you.
Unless it's your mother.
Well, I do got my
something you want to tell us there?
The I Love Mom tattoo? Okay. Come on. Left hand there from Shakur Stevenson, who's once again playing it very patient this round.
I'm too scared of needles to ever get a tattoo.
And Ruiz's corner saw something to get excited about. Looked like they clashed heads again. Body shot from Shakur. Vinny Pazienza had some pretty nice ones back in the day.
Yeah. Remember Carlos Quintana? He had some. He used to, when he fought Paul Williams fight I was at. The first seems to be in vogue though. You know, you saw it. You know, Robert Easter, Robert Bunny is his nickname.
Floyd, I think was the first one.
Well, Floyd pioneered a lot in the sport.
I think when he got carried out by those in the chair or something.
Well, Shakur may win this fight, but I'm not sure he's going to win too many new fans with this style of fighting. Just as I say that, he lights Ruiz up. Nice 1-2. Again, doesn't really follow it up.
Oh, and Ruiz a tough guy.
Yeah.
So he's taking these shots, but.
Another 1-2 there from Stevenson as Ruiz fires back. So after this performance, doesn't look like Shakur's taken much damage, if any at all.
Now, do you have the old Freddie Roach, Manny Pacquiao rule when it comes to knocking down Pacquiao? Freddie used to offer up $1,000 to whoever could knock down Pacquiao.
Well, I try to do that with sparring partners for Terrence, not the, the teammates.
Has anybody collected money from you?
No, ain't nobody gonna collect that money. and I don't even have it at the time when I say.
You're the guy that cried. We're quoting Dumb and Dumber. That shows you how exciting this contest has been between Stevenson and Ruiz. Stevenson never in any trouble whatsoever in this fight.
No, he hasn't been, but,
I'm going to go find Thomas Lamont and ask him about that rope move. I got to know. Is that practiced?
I'm going to go find Cornflake. Can I get a picture with him?
And Stevenson doesn't even raise his hands up.
For the winner by way of unanimous decision, still undefeated, Shakur Stevenson.
Gentlemen, you both know the rules. Protect yourself at all times and make it a clean fight. Touch close now. Come on, fighting at the bell.
So many times we're sitting down my punches, showing a little bit of power. He comes up with a first-round knockout back on October 13th. That was the card that we had out in Omaha, Nebraska with the sensational showing.
Trying to find angles and create things for himself with his movement. Rosales throws a ton of jabs, but it's going to be a little difficult for him to land a jab against the southpaw. If I was Stevenson, I would definitely test his chin out very early, because the longer you stay out of the ring.
He's been out of the ring, as he has through his career. He's had long layouts throughout a long career. But compounding as good a lateral movement as we've seen from Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, when you have lateral movement, you can create angles, different angles. Nice shot right there. Gonzalez was just sitting right there to be hit. Stevenson following him as Rosales tried to get out.
Oh, good combination that included a left uppercut that split the guard.
There's another whip.
He's looking at timing right now and coming around the guard. You see the high guard of Rosales trying to get inside of Rosales.
Hampton, Virginia. Told us yesterday, he said, listen, I can't talk too much about it. It makes me very emotional, but I will honor her with the way that I fight. Under Shakur Stevenson, a 21-year-old undefeated fighter, U.S. Olympian, originally from Newark, New Jersey, who's been living and training.
You know you've had a good life when winning the silver was your worst day.
That's what he said, right? Worst day of my life, winning the silver medal. So I'll never forget that day I lost in the Olympic Games.
Last great American Olympian. He's 21. He wants a title shot by the time he's 22 in June.
Timmy, you asked the question towards the end of that first round. Did Rosales even land a punch? According to CompuBox, they're going to give him one. One landed punch in that first round, 1 of 13, compared to 22% landed of 51 thrown for Stevenson.
You see Stevenson, you see Rosales, all he's doing is coming straight in. Stevenson setting traps, using distance, changing ranges, and making Rosales falls short with his punches and then counter-punching him, making him pay attacks as he tries to get close.
It's not that Gonzalez isn't trying to cut off the ring. He's just unable to with Stevenson's lateral movement.
Well-timed left hand from Shakur moments ago. And you can see blood up there at the hairline now.
Stevenson now sitting still, looking for a counterpunch. He has Rosales exactly where he wants, lunging in. Will stop, but southpaw. But Stevenson just too quick.
4-punch combination as Stevenson scoring well here. Final minute of round number 2.
In between this combination, which will definitely slow down and discourage Rosales.
Good combination that also included a right to the body there. Well, I'll tell you, Stevenson is really in form early on, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
Rosales going to the body as well.
Yes.
Rosales is having some success with that right hand to the body.
He is. He scored it early in this round and has gone back to it a few times. Felt crushed coming up short of not getting gold. But he also added to that and how much drive he now has and saying, that's why I can't wait for my world title shot.
That he wanted to be fighting for a title about his 12th fight. We're right on target.
Sitting here on fight number 10 as we start 2019. Let's check in with Bernardo.
You know, Wally Moses, who's Shakur's trainer and grandfather, said, the only thing I didn't like in that second round is that Shakur got away from the jab. Other than that, he's seeing things well. He's sitting in the pocket, and he's touching him up.
See how comfortable Bernardo he is right in the pocket there moments ago. There's that right hand to the body again from Rosales, but look at what Stevenson does in returning fire, giving him even more to the belt line.
To throw the jab, in excess of 30 jabs around, and he's just not jabbing.
At all.
Again, I mean, Shakur does it. Jab's the most important punch in boxing. Shakur does not get hit with jabs. It's rather extraordinary.
Wide sweeping right hand moments ago from Stevenson as Rosales continues to try to target that belt line, but unaffected is Stevenson. Comfortable standing right there in the pocket and firing off combination. Very broad general statement of what we're seeing here. He looks more like a pro fighter.
Oh, absolutely. And
simple as that. ESPN.com's heavyweight rankings.
Here's Shakur sitting in the pocket. Both hands are up from Rosales, and he actually...
Doesn't he also look bigger to you? Look at his neck, his lats. His body looks less like a little kid.
He's getting that man strength that comes somewhere. Listen, he's sitting here at 21 right now, but somewhere you just get that girthy.
Prospects and fighters out there, world champions, being in the ring with Terrence Crawford.
Well, how about that left uppercut as he ducked the elbow down to parry that body shot, block that body shot, and then comes right back with a left of his own.
And Rosales came back with that right to the body. You're looking for imperfection.
The right hand to the body.
Drop your elbow.
All you do is just drop your elbow. That's exactly what happened. You saw the catch and shoot right there. He caught that right hand to the body, and he shot a shot up, which is the left hand.
I'm just setting you up here, man.
Beautiful.
2020. You're sitting there with Leo Santa Cruz, Gary Russell, Oscar Valdez, who will be fighting February 2nd on ESPN and ESPN+. And then Josh Warrington, who we just saw defeat Carl Frampton, who's an all-action friendly fighter. And that's the guy, when you ask Stevenson, who do you want? That's the name he says.
It was Selby. Warrington beat Selby. He wants Warrington, who's really a high-volume puncher. We called that fight really impressive. Him. He's also got to be thinking about Oscar Valdez, who's coming back not just from a great victory, but a broken jaw. They're really like the opposite kinds of fighters. Shakur is very outspoken. I don't like getting hit. And Valdez, his natural toughness, his inclination to walk through punches.
Into the ropes. Bernardo, what can you tell us about Rosales right now?
Aldo Cortez told me that maybe what Tim Bradley was observing.
Oh, knockdown scored. Left hand from Stevenson. He is flat on his back. Here in round number 4, struggling to get up. Does he have his feet under him?
Take a step to me. Take a step to me. Walk to me.
Charlie Fitch has to assess him here. He's still wobbly. That's it.
Think of this knockdown. Shakur being comfortable in the pocket, going down to the body. 2 straight left hands. As Rosales tried to actually get away, was forced out with the body shots. And look at the angle of Shakur Stevenson.
And because he
right
backed
down
up,
the middle.
Because he got backed up, Shakur got extension on that left.
Extension on that left hand.
He pulled straight back. Got
there it is again. Nice little catch. Showing good defense right there. Nice uppercut by Shakur and the straight left hand to finish the combination.
That was awesome, that left hand, wasn't it? And sneaky.
Featherweight champion, Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson.
I'm only going to tell you two things. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, bang at the bell. God bless.
Stevenson flicking that jab as Diaz takes small steps forward.
What Diaz needs to do, he needs to get inside, work the body, and bag up and continue to bag up Stevenson.
This matchup here, those front lead feet can be an issue. We just saw it moments ago as Diaz closed the gap and stepped on that right foot of Stevenson. Now with that lead foot to the outside, tried to fire off a right-handed Diaz.
He needs to go down to Diaz's body to try to get some respect.
Goes sweeping upstairs.
Freddie told me that Shakur needs distance, and he steps back to throw that jab. And the key for Pitufo Diaz is to fight middle in, not to give him that distance.
The right hand coming behind the jab from Diaz. Sweeping left hand, backs it up with another, does Stevenson.
Yeah, and I'm waiting on Shakur to time him with something underneath, something surprising. Both hands, but Shakur's ready to strike. If Diaz makes a mistake and walks straight in, Shakur will have firepower for him just like that. Diaz is hoping for a power punch, something hard and possibly hurt Stevenson.
And Diaz.
Oh,
Make it a warning here from Gary Rosales. Don't push and don't measure with that jab. There are the total punches, as you saw, compiled by CompuBox just to our left right now. Stevenson with 24 total punches right now to Diaz's 13.
Look, Christopher cannot allow for Shakur to be first. He's got to throw combinations because he's just waiting for him.
He's the grandfather and co-trainer of Shakur Stevenson. What is he setting him up for, Tim?
He's setting him up for him to walk into a shot. You know, as Diaz gets a little bit, you know, overcommits a little bit and try to get to Stevenson because Stevenson's keeping him outside like that with nice stiff punches, he's going to get desperate. And Stevenson's going to have some leather waiting on him on the way in.
Good combination from Stevenson. And he's touching him to the body well. Oh, look at that. A straight left hand to the body and then a right hook to the body from Shakur Stevenson. By far his best work so far.
He needs to set it up behind the jab. You have to give the young gun Stevenson something to worry about.
Great straight left hand.
Diaz is making it real easy for him, just sitting out in front, not doing anything.
Well, this is where he needs to work. Be on the attack a bit. And look at Stevenson having it his way here in round 3.
Stevenson saw that right hand from a mile away.
28 connects. Diaz was just 4 of 23 punches thrown.
You see Diaz now trying to close the gap
quicker. Just ate a right hook, Timmy.
On Diaz.
Watch your head. Break. Yeah, watch it.
Yeah, every time the fight is outside for Stevenson, it's easy. And every time he works his hands, it's easy for him. But anytime he sits still for a little bit too long, Diaz steps in right there. Flashed the right hand at him, came around with the left hook to the body.
Lopez as well as the Bud Crawford fight for now is the co-manager Stevenson. He takes a step back and both see it easily 3 rounds to zip. That was a dominating 3rd round by Shakur.
I see him purposely stepping on Shakur Stevenson's foot. Just pay attention to that.
Watch that left leg of Diaz.
On that lead foot, keep Manny Pacquiao still.
The straight right hand from Diaz.
It was a grazing blow.
And look at the hand speed with these left hands to the body from Shakur. Now he throws an uppercut in the mix.
It's just beautiful work by Stevenson. if he can continue this, be a masterful performance. But Diaz is always dangerous because he has that left hook right there just on the shoulder of Stevenson. Stevenson can't get relaxed at any moment in this ring with Diaz.
You know, Shakur Stevenson spent quality time out in Colorado Springs with Terrence Bud Crawford. They have become somewhat of boxing brothers. I thought he was going to lunge across the table at Bernardo Osuna for one simple, innocuous question.
Well, you remember the question?
It's always about respect. Crawford, you heard Christina ask him about headlining a pay-per-view at MSG, and he feels like he should have always been. Round number 5 here between the undefeated Shakur Stevenson in the gold, who just took a little bit of a forearm at the end of that right hand. Christopher Diaz landed 13 punches in round number 4. That after landing 15 combined in the previous 3 rounds, so it was a better round.
This is the former title challenger against Ito. And Diaz and Stevenson right now is making him look ordinary with the hand speed, controlling the distance, body, just being smart.
Bernardo, what is Freddie Roach saying in the corner of Christopher Diaz?
This 5th round, as he put Shakur Stevenson in the corner and threw combinations, he told me, I'm used to having the faster, powerful south.
Diaz trying to close that space. Shakur utilizing those great hands.
Yeah, Shakur just tapping right now. I told you, he knows every aspect of the ring. That's why I say he's ready for it. He got hit with a big shot right there.
Right hand from Diaz.
It came looping. It was come from a different area, a different way, instead of straight. Let's see if he can land that shot again against Stevenson.
Good combination from Shakur.
How calm Stevenson is inside the pocket. This is exactly where Diaz wants to be. And Stevenson having his way, still landing some sharp body shots down below and comfortable in the pocket. Ring. This is my ring. And I'm going to dominate it, every aspect of it.
He's right in that pocket going to the belt line. Diaz tries to return with a left hand to the belt line. There's another left uppercut.
Tying up Diaz and bringing him right back to the center of the ring.
Punch out.
Stepping on, if he purposely stepping on the front foot of Stevenson and now having some success.
Off his head.
Oh, that was a nice shot, that left hand. Maybe the most effective punch so far tonight.
You know, for a split second, it kind of shuts off and then comes back on. The light shut off just for a split second. Beautiful shots by Stevenson.
Boy, he is so comfortable standing right in front, isn't he?
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at the combination work, Tim.
Still has that eraser, that left hook. Right now, he's placing it downstairs to the body. Trying to bring the hands down to Stevenson. And he's looking to make a home for it upstairs. Stevenson better be careful. Got a lot of experience. He can weather the storm and just throw one punch, left hook. As Stevenson is in the pocket.
A reminder, Teofimo Lopez against Edis Tatley is coming up next. If you like what you're seeing out of Stevenson and you're sitting here saying, as pure with the Olympic pedigree, Lopez early on has showed us dynamic electric power. So you get the best of both here tonight before we get to Bud Crawford.
Nice body shot from Diaz of Stevenson. Ooh. Just off the mark for Diaz.
But this is the biggest stage that you can have in the game. Pay-per-view, Saturday night, MSG, and the talk-about fight so far this year in boxing. Between Stevenson and Diaz. Stevenson, the 21-year-old, 10-0 fighter, really looked like he grew into it a lot. Many said this was a poor management decision to take on Diaz. But look at the CompuBox numbers so far, a 122 to 56 connect advantage for Shakur. We will have Ron Lipton in the Lopez fight, and then David Fields gets the call for the World Championship. That was outrageous, Tim. I'm sorry to interrupt. That was...
They're doing it to each other, but that's the young gun right there saying, okay, you want to do that? I can do it right back to you. He's not trying to give an edge to Diaz in this fight. So anyways, as I was saying that for Diaz, way to close the gap. Came back, had one fight, and now he's fighting against one of the most skillful fighters in this division. Now he's lunging forward. You see him not anchoring down with that right hand as he throws it, leaving himself exposed. And again, there it is. So predictable.
You to get this look and a step up against Stevenson, and then we are moments away from the outrageously entertaining Teofimo Lopez.
When he fights here, but he said, although this is my 5th time, this one feels a little bit different. It's a pay-per-view, it's Madison Square Garden, and this.
Meanwhile, the other 21-year-old who has been lighting up everything online in the sport is right here, Shakur Stevenson.
He's a very, very smart, cerebral fighter. Uses quick reflexes, straight punches down the middle, just like Crawford and Loma. I'm telling you, we're going to be seeing who's the best.
I just spoke with Freddie Roach, and I asked him, Freddie, how do you think it's going? He said, not well. I'm trying to get him to throw more combos. I asked him, why is he not doing it? He said, the kid is just too quick.
Steve Kim from ESPN.com, both have it as a clean sweep for Shakur Stevenson.
As Diaz, comes forward and he's getting a little desperate, leaves himself wide open.
He was in New Jersey training when the storm hit. His home in Puerto Rico was completely demolished. He was able to get his family out. He got everybody to New Jersey where he was living and training. And he said that was all that mattered to him. Lands it all. He is going to be headed towards the 2nd loss of his career. We will one day reflect on this so-called challenge for Shakur Stevenson, right? Nothing but a clear path to greater things to come.
Absolutely, and like I said,
not even a speed bump, Timmy.
Not yet. It's not over yet, but
5 seconds.
Good work. Nice little step back from Steve.
Shakur's been masterful. Look at him.
He's so masterful.
Snap out that.
He's making a Picasso painting right now on this canvas with good footwork. And he's doing right by keeping his distance. He won every round, in my opinion.
Diaz coming in strong, and he took a short right hand.
Break! No punch it. I got you. Break! No punch, no. Defeat.
Yeah, that's just Stevenson not giving an inch, even in the last few.
So we saw one version of the guy who people think is the next great one, Shakur Stevenson. A master at his craft now at 21 years old in the featherweight division.
KBO featherweight champion from Brick City, Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson, who is co-managed by our ESPN broadcaster, Andre Ward, who has recused himself from calling the fight. So is Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley. Glad you're with us here. The return of live boxing under COVID-19 protocol.
You know what? Right now, it's funny because I like what I'm seeing from Caraballo right now. He's pressing on the gas pedal. Taking risks. He's going to have to sell out, and he knows that, and he's getting right to Shakur Stevenson at the moment. You just want to continue to give contact on him.
That's a great point, Tim, and sometimes it's grossly undervalued in what you say. Just land, just throw, just try to get anything going. You always talk about that ability to find perfect range and distance with Stevenson. He gets off a 4-punch combination, including a right hand to the body.
Caraballo just sitting a little bit too long in the front, not moving in. And then, like I said, Shakur Stevenson, great at managing distance from his opponent. And he can fight at any quarter. He can fight in the pocket. He can fight at mid-range, and he also can fight outside. But right now, he's being an aggressive dog. You're right, the hand speed. You can see the skill level is different. But Caraballo, you can tell he's tough. He's taking a lot of leather on the way in just to get one shot.
Reminder, fanless atmosphere with COVID-19 protocols at the MGM Grand Conference Center, but you hear the murmur in the background, and you can join in that with Hear Me Cheer on any device. Go to espn.hearmecheer.com. A knockdown by Tony Weeks.
There's a possibility, Tess, that their feet got tangled, because that typically happens when you have a right-handed fighter versus a southpaw. See, every time Caraballo
with a body punch, he was effective with his punching in that first round, landing 22 of 47 power punches thrown.
Yes, Tess, I thought that their feet might have got tangled up.
Doubling up that right hand, the right hand to the body, scoring the knockdown in round number 1. The accuracy is just sublime, Timmy. He's so accurate and effective in placing his punches. And there is that power hand, the left hand to the body now.
But you see where he's choosing to be. Shakur wants to be on the outside, he'll maintain outside distance. If he wants to be in the inside, he can fight in close quarters as well. So if guys think that they're just gonna come inside with this young man, no, you got something coming. He has great offense in the inside as well. Ooh,
that right hand was clipping. He drove that right hand down, and now Stevenson has Caraballo in trouble. Left hand to the head.
Showing that power, Tess.
Taking those steps forward. Look at the hand speed, and now sitting down a little more and looking for the shot and finding it.
Shakur Stevenson is
creating a little space with that right hand. Just look in his eyes. You can see that laser focus on the target. So effective with that left hand moments ago. He left there, comes back with a check right hook. 3-punch combination from
That's
Stevenson.
exactly what he wanted, Tess. He wanted to get on the outside to land that backhand. He wanted to get full extension on his punches to be able to hurt Caraballo.
Covered up, and Shakur lets loose with a 3-punch combination. And 2. Of course, expectation that Shakur Stevenson will show power tonight against Caraballo. He has so far. In that last round, second round, he landed 29 of 55 power punches thrown. When we talked to him about how he thought the fight would play out, Timmy, he said, I think I'll be able to set him up and size him up in 3 and then get rid of him in 4.
Caraballo hitting him down to the head and the body. He's catching him before he gets to where he needs to be successful, and that's the inside. Double left hand right there from Shakur Stevenson. This is target practice.
Splitting the guard with that left hand, then wrapped it around, but more useful. Caraballo, 13-1-2 mark, and we told you he had won 5 straight since his lone loss. He understood the gap in skill. He fully understands everything Shakur Stevenson is and what he perhaps isn't. And early on in this fight, he tried to put forth a strategy that would counter that. But Stevenson's so accurate, so skilled, and on target.
You know, he told us in the fighter meeting, he said, you know, I want to sit down more on my shots. I want to press forward. I want to take a little bit more chances because I want to be impressive to the fans.
Hands-free, hands-free.
Yes.
Made the comment that I do have to get guys out of there. Talked about the fact that he wants to be a star, not just a boxer. And that he wants to surpass what others have done in the sport without having to play the villain role. And that means to him being the best fighter and being entertaining. Winning a world championship at featherweight, I mean, you're talking about a guy who can go multi-divisional world championships, you know, carrying weight upwards towards 140. Who knows, by the end of his career, 147. But you can start to see that development, especially right here at 130 pounds.
Yeah, you know, I asked him.
Shakur Stevenson, just the 4th U.S. fighter in the last 20 years to win both an Olympic boxing medal and a world title. You see the power punches through 3 rounds, dominating form. This a non-title fight at 130 pounds for Stevenson. He said, boxing is back. I want to be back with it. And first in the main event.
Stop, I got you.
Of course, he was scheduled to fight back on March 14th. That would have been a title defense against Miguel Mariaga. They'll postpone due to that first week of the shutdowns due to COVID-19.
The way Shakur Stevenson is boxing, but he wants him to continue to work the jab, go to the body, but not walk straight back. He wants him to set him up as he comes forward and then walk him into a big shot.
The grandfather and trainer of Shakur Stevenson. They have a dynamic relationship.
Come on, hands free.
Keep Caraballo outside. Make him rush and make a mistake and then make him pay so he can get a clear shot on him.
Mark Kriegel, what say you?
Coming to terms with how do you get there? I understand being a young kid and saying I'm the next Floyd, I'm the next Sugar Ray. The question though, and it's a pretty deep question, how do you get there without imitating someone else? And how do you get there if you are a slick fighter and not playing the villain? This is a question that we've dealt with earlier in the broadcast. Confront Shakur Stevenson, or he's going to have to confront.
Make great fights, be dynamic, be entertaining, and be you, most importantly. And that's what Shakur has talked about. Be authentically you.
But the problem isn't him, the problem is the system.
Shakur Stevenson is incredibly likable.
Don't put the hand like that.
Doing really well to the body here in this 4th round, Timmy.
Yes, he is, and that's where he needs to go down and continue to soften up Caraballo. He needs to continue to beat on the body, beat on the arms to bring those hands down.
Timmy, there was some nice work from Shakur in that last round.
Yeah, what I want to show you guys is that and make them miss and then make them pay is the beauty. It's what I've been talking about. This is why this young man is so good. He does this all night long.
Round number 5 in our scheduled 10-round non-title fight. And Stevenson to this point has outlanded Caraballo 85-12. He has landed 49% of his power punches. There's that threshold you talk about, Tim Bradley. Hey, if you get 50% of power punches, there's going to be a knockout score.
Yes, that's right. Most of the time, Tess. You know, I like the head placement right there from Shakur Stevenson, getting his head on the outside, not keeping it down the middle. Just
It's
great
the
fundamentals.
first main event of what will be the new look summer series of Top Rank Boxing on ESPN with the COVID-19 protocols. We are bringing you fights this month every Tuesday and Thursday, live fights on ESPN, and as was announced tonight, a special attraction on Saturday, June 20th from Mexico City with the 122-pound world champion, Emmanuel Navarrete. So next week, 3 nights of live fight action on ESPN.
Hands free.
Thursday, as you see, Jessie Magdaleno will be headlining against Yenifel Vicente. Adam Lopez also on that card, and a very good-looking prospect in Brian Lua, who's now 5-0, as we will turn right around and bring you more fights from Vegas. Caraballo looking for body work on the inside. Instead, he eats Stevenson backing up and able to land a left hand as he retreats. Now the uppercut on the inside as Caraballo was leaning forward.
Caraballo still not doing anything to get to where he needs to be.
Oh, what a combination, Timmy.
Absolutely. Shakur Stevenson fights when he wants to fight, gets out when he wants to get out, and box on the outside. But right now he's choosing to fight.
In boxing history, only the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, Vasily Lomachenko, is better. Of course, he did it in 3, which is ridiculous. You may never see that beaten. By the way, Tim, in that last round,
constantly all night, you know, it's definitely bruises your hand. Let's see if he continues to use his left hand in this round.
Keep him up, baby. Keep him up. Keep him up.
Come on, hands free, hands free.
Hopelessness with Caraballo. He knew he would be outclassed, outskilled, and he goes down here in round number 6, halfway through round 6. And he's reeling in pain on the canvas.
Watch Stevenson just taking his time right now, setting up his punches. And he dips around with body shot, catches Caraballo as he's actually trying to throw a shot at Shakur Stevenson. Here it is again from a different angle. Comes around the guard. Caraballo has those earmuffs on, can't really see too much. And he dips it right underneath with the left hand to the solar plex. Excuse me, it wasn't the liver, it was the solar plex of Caraballo.
Here comes the left hand.
Shot.
This is the knockout punch coming up right there.
Oh.
And that after numerous body punches that landed. Watch him bend, dig, deliver, and score the knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Tony Weeks calls a stop to this bout at 1 minute, 31 seconds of round number 6. Declaring the winner by technical knockout from Newark, New Jersey, Shakur Stevenson!
He can pass this test. Here we go. Round number 1.
Guevara is a sturdy fighter. For those,
fighting at home, you have to learn to control your emotions. Can't get beside yourself and get out of your element.
He wants to stay in his chest. He wants to work the body. All the things that opponents say when they're facing a great boxer, easier said than done.
So Leo Santa Cruz, that was a 12-round unanimous decision. Of course, Santa Cruz now a titleist in the WBA. He can go from distance, can't he, the southpaw? Overly athletic Shakur Stevenson, opportunities that Guevara may offer up. And here he comes forward.
Guevara's going to have any chance on getting in against a guy like Shakur Stevenson. He's going to have to use his jab. And yes, jab against the southpaw. Lunging in like he just tried to, it's not going to work.
And there is Shakur chasing him down with that southpaw jab.
Shakur stung him with that left hook.
9-year-old, he is the assistant coach for Team USA. He's a likable, mature, very calming force.
Already with 11 fights. This is his 12th fight right now. You know, he knows how to extend with his punches.
Now, he is a master of the hit and don't get hit game, of the sweet science of the sport, of his ability at range. I mean, watch how that left hand can land to the body when you think that he's out at distance.
Freezing right now, like he doesn't have any answers. It's unnerving to miss a big shot and then to,
you know.
Here's Stevenson now, as he's able to pin him against the ropes.
Guevara's gonna have any shot to have any success. He's gonna have to answer those attacks by Shakur Stevenson to get some respect, because right now, he's
body
not getting
shot landed again.
He went down on that one.
Final half minute of round 2 after the body shot was effective. And now patient as he looks to place a left hand. Guevara just wants to get through this second round here. Stevenson closes the gap. Straight left to the body again. That has been the punch of choice. He gets him against the ropes, and he goes down again. Closing seconds of round 2, second knockdown scored.
As of now, beautiful setup off the jab, got him going backwards. What did he do? Follow up the straight left hand, and down goes Guevara. Beautiful extension on his punch.
He's having his way. And great boxers, they measure twice, cut once. But when we get the sense, and when they get the sense that you don't have anything for them, you'll see a different individual.
You saw the body punch numbers according to CompuBox for the return. So many veteran fighters didn't want this challenge. Down the invitation.
It's no fun, Joe, when you're getting hit and you can't get anything back. You hit me, I hit you, let's see what happens. And when it's 80-20, 90-10, nobody really wants to deal with that.
Learning the sweet science of boxing improves your quality of life after boxing. That's what we need to understand. And it's appreciated. And I appreciate
there's that long-range left hand again. And that one, he's saying, went low. Back to action now. As Guevara is squatting and taken. And now he tries to fire back and is off balance in doing so.
Tell if he's gonna get that, he's gotta go to the body, but then come right back up to the head.
Because the going down to the body, Dre, is gonna bring the hands down of Guevara. and it's going to leave his head exposed.
Oh, there it is upstairs! Shakur floors him again! He may not beat the count! It's a knockout victory! Newark's own, homemade, homecoming, home run, Shakur Stevenson.
About to follow up, you see the body shot, right, left, then the combination to the head, a three-piece. And Guevara just had a decision to make. He said, man, I'm getting hit to the body, I'm getting hurt to the body, now I'm getting hurt to the head. It all of a sudden doesn't make sense for a fighter when they're getting punished like that with both hands.
There was a left hand that came up from that angle to the head. There was a little body shot mixed in there as well.
But what I like about it is that he put them together in threes and fours, and he sat down on those punches. They weren't slapping punches. They were hard.
He is the winner by way of knockout. He is still undefeated and still the NAB all-featherweight champion.
For now, this belt is vacant. For how many minutes, we do not know. It could be 36 fighting minutes, it could be less. But Shakur Stevenson and Joet Gonzalez are following their dream tonight. You could feel the tension, Tim.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a fill-out round for both guys right now. They're going to take a look at one another. And right now, it's going to be about establishing distance.
You see the size of Shakur Stevenson, who's really come into his own, making a debut just 2 years and 6 months ago after winning Olympic silver in Rio 2016.
And you see Joet, he's, high guard, really deflecting a lot of the punches of Shakur Stevenson.
And Shakur told us, I hope he throws that jab. That was the one thing he did tell us in the fighter meetings. One thing he'd look for was to dig to the body. Both guys very efficient going to the bodies. He goes there with a straight left.
Controlling the distance, not allowing Gonzalez to get to where he needs to be, and that's mid-range to land his power shots.
And you see the jab from Shakur Stevenson, the 1-2.
And Joet Gonzalez is going to have to figure out a way to get close and to get Stevenson against the ropes, because that's where Stevenson is vulnerable. He's inside the pocket.
You see the vision of Shakur Stevenson just waiting to see what Joet is going to do.
Yeah, Joet's trying to establish himself and trying to get in the range, but he's rushing things.
Talked about patience. Neither guy just starting off at a crazy rhythm. Everything that built up this fight leading into tonight, get inside your head. And we're seeing patience, we're seeing skill, we're seeing a little bit of everything, but from both Shakur Stevenson and Joet Gonzalez. Nice short right hook there from Joet Gonzalez, from Shakur Stevenson. Those were blocked, but you could see the power behind the shots of Shakur Stevenson. You see the footwork there between the two fighters trying to establish the outside foot, stepping on each other, and the quickness of Shakur Stevenson, Tim.
Absolutely. And what Shakur Stevenson is doing, he's making Joet pay for all his mistakes. He's lunging in with punches. He's getting ahead of himself a little bit. He's rushing this stuff. He needs to take his time and come behind his jabs and figure out another way to get inside.
What does Shakur do best in terms of adjusting from what you've shared with him in sparring and training?
Well, he had real good reflexes. When somebody trying to put a lot of pressure on him, he know how to gauge you real good.
Yeah, that's something
like he's doing right now.
Yeah, that's something that greatness, that prodigy that we see in Shakur Stevenson being one of the highest ranked fighters out of the Olympics.
All right, let's look at this overhead cam. Look at both feet together. Shakur Stevenson is right at mid-range. That's it. Mid-range is where both fighters can hit each other. But then you see Gonzalez step forward. What does Stevenson do? He steps two steps back right there. That's how he's able to control the distance.
You see Joet trying to step on his foot every time to not allow those exits for Shakur.
Yeah, of course, he's trying to make him become stationary because he can't catch up to him.
Joet watched those low blows, and we just saw the sneakiness of Shakur Stevenson. I'm sure you didn't teach him or help him out with that in the gym at all, Terrence, but how he was bringing down the head of Joet Gonzalez in the clinch.
It's good because it's making him work. It's making him use more energy than he's willing to use.
Just, what I'm looking at his eyes. Look how focused he is. He sees everything coming. And he's reacting to anything Gonzalez do.
There's that vision of Shakur Stevenson that makes him so difficult to hit. so far the numbers hold up, as Joet Gonzalez has rarely been able to lay a hand on Shakur Stevenson because, Tim, his defense is sublime.
Ready to get back out there and display and put on a great show.
It'll be at Madison Square Garden. Check it out on ESPN December 14th at 9 Eastern. You know more than anybody the competitiveness of Shakur Stevenson.
Of course, of course. Me and Shakur, we go back and forth in basketball. We go back and forth in the game. We go back and forth in sparring. You know, iron sharpen iron.
You know, we don't want to give an inch here, but Mark Kriegel's in the corner with the Gonzalez family. Mark, what do you got?
I spoke to Jose Gonzalez after each of the first 2 rounds. His reaction was the same.
Watch the feet.
Exactly. Look at the feet. Both guys, you know, southpaw versus a right-hander. You're going to get some, you know, some stepping on the lead foot. You see Joet, he's trying to step on his foot, trying to keep Stevenson still.
You know, when I was looking at this fight, one of the keys was going to be closing the exits for Joet Gonzalez. That allows us several things, Terrence. If you close the exits, you can also work the body and slow him down.
Yeah, of course. You can cut the ring off as well. You know, and then Shakur wouldn't be able to slide out the back door like he's doing right now. But Shakur's feet so fast, Joet can't get to the spot before him.
A nice left hand from Joet Gonzalez, but it's hard to get more than one shot at a time on against Shakur Stevenson, too.
It is. You know, Shakur Stevenson picks up his feet. But what I like from Joet Gonzalez is he's going down to the body. If you can't hit the head, the body's going to stand still. He's trying to figure out a way to get closer, and he's landing a right hand to the body.
See, the lunging there.
Yeah, it was a little lunging.
Both of these guys are very effective to the body. Shakur Stevenson tends to land 33% of his total shots to the body, and 33% of all his punches landed are to the body. So that's one way that these guys are going to try to work at each other.
Yeah, of course. You know, Shakur, he loved to go to the body with that straight left. He loves to jab to the body. And Joet trying to go to the body to slow him down. But like I said, Shakur right there 1 minute and he's going the next.
But we'll see you in the lead up to December 14th against Edgar Caballauskas.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
All right. Bernardo Osuna alongside Timothy Bradley and Mark Kriegel, bringing you the world title fight. Shakur Stevenson taking on Joet Gonzalez for the vacant featherweight.
It's definitely going to be a chest back because Stevenson is not going to make it to Wolves at all. He's on box. He's going to use the sweet science against Joet Gonzalez. Joet's trying to inch in close. Ooh, nice leg shot right there from Joet.
Doesn't matter where you hit him, right? Long as it's not low and the referee doesn't call it. You got to find a way to slow down your opponent. Talked about concentration and focus, and we've seen it from both guys.
Yeah.
You know, Shakur is in his zone, and Joet has not he's not getting desperate yet.
No, he's getting desperate. He's definitely getting desperate. You know, there's nothing worse than...
That's what Shakur's betting on, the fact that Joet will have to take more risks, and those straight shots from Shakur Stevenson are just working for him.
Right, here he is. Here the overhead shot right here. Look at the footwork of Shakur Stevenson. He's always 2 steps ahead of Joet Gonzalez. Now he's stepping around right here. You see the foots? The foots come together right there. And then what does he do? He steps inside and he ties up Joet Gonzalez.
You dictate where he can and cannot go and allow your punches to meet him when they're there. You see Joet once again having to reach. He's got a 2-inch reach advantage over Shakur Stevenson, but it's speed, reflexes, and quickness that have Shakur just dictating the pace.
Every time Joet takes a step forward, Stevenson takes 2 steps back or 3 steps back. It stops your opponent in his tracks. Anything he's thinking about, he has to step back and regroup. He's always making them fall short with his punches, and then he's there to counter.
Beautiful head movement there from both guys. Shakur making Joet miss. We're a third of the way in this fight. And once that bell rings, we're going to stay right there in the red corner and listen. All right, let's take a look at the scores so far from Steve Kim's scorecard on ESPN.com. 40-36, a shot out in favor of Shakur Stevenson. A shot to the back of the head there. You can see both guys are a lot better than probably when they were in the ring 2 years ago before Shakur's debut.
Bernardo, sparring sessions are sparring sessions. I got my behind whooped in sparring sessions, but let me tell you this. If we put on these small gloves, no helmet, and we got in the ring under these bright lights, I guarantee you, I would have came out on top.
Yeah, the dog in you would have come out
That's
just
right.
like it always did. Shakur setting up that counter right. Then he goes down to the body with that left. Joet Gonzalez continues to follow, trying to put pressure on, but the slickness of Shakur Stevenson, next level, and the quickness once again.
Trying to trap Stevenson. Joet's doing the same thing, Bernardo, over and over and over. That's not hard to figure out. You know, Stevenson has one of the best IQs in boxing.
Nice counter there. He made Gonzalez reach, and he made him pay.
But look where he was at. He was near the rope. He knew he had a little space to go. He steps back, and he counters. Beautiful work by Shakur Stevenson.
Nothing too powerful yet from Shakur as he sticks his tongue out momentarily. Just a split second short, millimeter short as well as Gonzalez here in round number 5. What adjustments does Gonzalez need to make?
I just told you, he needs to do something different. He's doing the same thing, jab, jab, trying to land the right hand to the body.
I know, but give me a specific.
He needs to come around with the hooks to cut off the exit. That's what he needs to do. And when he tries to get in, he needs to come behind the double jab. That was a double right hand right there, and he hit Shakur with that.
But Shakur did say, I hope he goes with that double right hand. I got something for him.
Well, Gonzalez landed the double right hand right there.
I think at some point, his father's going to say, hey, you got to go out there and go take a risk, because if not, Shakur's going to just peck away at you and keep outpointing you. You know, leading into this fight, we knew that Shakur does not throw a lot of punches, but he's extremely effective. But some people figured Joet's going to be in there pressuring. That's not his style. He's also a very cerebral, try to break you down, punch by punch fighter, and that's why he's having trouble finding Shakur, although there he lands a couple shots.
This is exactly where he needs to be on Shakur Stevenson in that sequence.
Did you say Texan?
You know, man, we always
like from Texas?
No, Texan.
Okay.
Well, you know, man, my accent is kind of, you know.
It's Louisiana.
Nah.
I'm just messing with you, man.
I know, baby.
But this is, you know, a fight aficionado's virtuoso performance on the defensive side. I think he could do a lot more offensively like there, where he connects with the left hook. But in terms of defensive prowess, this is exactly what we expected from the young prospect.
Listen, you can't give up.
The concentration level it takes to fight like Shakur fights is impressive. And there you see a nice left uppercut from Shakur. Gonzalez trying to work the body.
That's exactly what Gonzalez has to do. At this moment right now, while he's close, he got to let those hands go. And you see the push-off right there from Stevenson. Joet has to come right back and get into that pocket.
He needed to do. Make it a rough war in the ring, because if he can stand still, he can do some work against Shakur.
See, Gonzalez was right where he needed to be, but what did he do? He pulled straight out. And what did Shakur Stevenson do? He caught him with something straight, with the straight left hand.
Ooh, nice left upstairs, and he follows up with a right to the body. Did Shakur Stevenson. A nice uppercut from Shakur, part of it blocked by Gonzalez, but just the offensive power of Gonzalez not there through the first 6 rounds, because Shakur defensively is pitching a shot.
You know, accuracy is important, but you know, if you can't hit the target, you're not going to have any accuracy. You know, it's hard to hit the target.
To me, that's got to be deflating.
It is deflating. You know, when you're fighting a fight and everything you do, nothing works. Nice sequence right there, and I'll continue my story in just a second. Nice sequence right there from Joet. But as I was saying, when you're fighting a fight and everything you do, you're getting hit. Everything you try,
nice
you're missing.
Hand.
Yeah, you're missing. You're not being successful.
it's equivalent to not having money to feed your family, bro. You got to use everything you can to get your opponent. And that's exactly what Joet's doing. He's getting aggressive right now. Why? Shakur Stevenson is having a little low on his offense.
Nice shot there from Joet Gonzalez. Successful in round 7.
Why? Because Stevenson is against the ropes. When you're against the ropes, there's nowhere to go. You're a stand-up target. But what did he do? He came around with the looping shot to the body that forced Stevenson in the direction of the right hand. And then when he got close, he let his hands go. Great sequence.
That was the left hook in the late part of this fight. Just the last round, we saw 8 punches landed, but the 57th thrown, that made a big difference in the fact that, but it was a good round for him.
Absolutely. The second half of this fight is going to be very important for Joet Gonzalez. He's going to have to pick up the tempo. He's going to have to take more risks. He's behind in the fight, and he's going to have to close the gap and pinch Shakur Stevenson against the ropes.
Nice long right hand to the body from Joet Gonzalez, who's finding a target now, but he gets caught with a nice counter left from Shakur Stevenson, who gets admonished for the push-off. He feels his punch land on the body of Shakur Stevenson. How does that change your mindset when you're in the ring and you're finally feeling yourself land?
Well, the momentum is, kind of shifting. You're having success, now you're landing your shots.
I'm in this fight. I can do this. I can become a world champion. He let a lot of the early rounds go, but there's still a lot of fight left. So Shakur Stevenson is trying to pepper with that jab.
It stops Gonzalez in his tracks. Anytime he steps forward, he jabs him right down to the body with that left hand.
Gonzalez just doesn't have that warrior go-get-you at all costs mentality. It's not in his game, but he's going to need to find it down the stretch here. We talked about the efficiency of both guys going to the body. So far, it's worked for Shakur, and Gonzalez is trying to find success, but the constant movement of Stevenson is making that difficult.
Yeah, the constant movement, the thinking, punch selection of Stevenson is frustrating as well. Frustrating as well to Gonzalez.
And every time Gonzalez takes a step forward, that jab is there to meet him. Nice left uppercut from Shakur Stevenson, finding those openings. And here we see the aggressiveness.
That's ring IQ right there. See a fighter lean forward, lift him up with the uppercut. He wants him to set a trap with the power shot. There it is. He said he's going to walk right into it. And what did he do? He walked right into it.
He walked right into a right hand, but a devastating left hook or uppercut to come from Shakur Stevenson. There you see the body shots from Joet Gonzalez, who, even though he's not landing at a high clip against Shakur Stevenson, it's a good percentage.
Jose Gonzalez just made a remarkable concession. Joet has to throw more punches, but he has to stop this guy to win the fight. He has to stop this guy to win the fight.
Everybody else in America is probably seeing this, and sometimes that's the hardest thing to get out of a corner, to understand that they're seeing it from their eyes, but he's giving himself an honest assessment.
That's right. That's very important to give your fighter an honest assessment. But he still needs to tell his fighter how he can get to a guy like Shakur Stevenson. When you're throwing straight shots all the time, you're rushing in, what happens is you're allowing Shakur Stevenson to tie you up. Blind him with the jab and come with something looping over the top. Surprise Shakur Stevenson with something different. Something he hasn't done much of.
You gotta go with something unorthodox against a fighter who is so technically sound like Shakur Stevenson.
Look how he gets away from that lead foot of Gonzalez, and he keeps moving to his own right, controlling the outside. If the southpaw can control the outside foot, the lead foot, he's in position to land his power shots. We as fighters, when we training since we were, 10 years old. I was training since I was 10 years old, and so was Joet. We put so much time into the gym. It's a terrible feeling, man.
It must be devastating, because both of these guys, since they were very young boys, have dreamed of having this exact moment. And so far, Steve Kim's scorecard on ESPN.com, even his father and his brother understand that this is a one-sided fight favoring the ultra-talented Shakur Stevenson, who wants to follow in the footsteps of Sugar Ray Leonard, of Floyd Mayweather Jr., of Pernell Whitaker, and he's putting on that type of performance.
Yes, he is.
And guess what? Joet Gonzalez needs a Julio Cesar Chavez, Meldrick Taylor moment in order to win this fight.
You know, with great eyes, great footwork, great IQ.
There we see the offense of Gonzalez that his father was asking for. Some of it lands, but the defensive prowess of Shakur Stevenson allows nothing to land flush.
Just grazing blows.
Sometimes you need to be a dog in there, and I don't see that part of his demeanor.
I mean, he's trying, man. I mean, he's trying, but, you know, Shakur Stevenson is just a difficult guy to fight and a difficult guy to hit.
We've been accustomed to seeing a guy like Floyd Mayweather Jr. make great fighters look ordinary. Joet Gonzalez is not an ordinary fighter, but Shakur Stevenson is proving that he's next level. By 7 fights, he was a 2-division champion. All right, Mark, what's going on in the corners?
Wally Moses wants Shakur to keep doing the same thing he's been doing. Be patient. When Joet comes in, get out with the right hook.
I mean, at some point, there's fighters that you really don't even need to say much to. Shakur Stevenson just doing his thing, and now we're in the championship rounds, not even breathing hard.
You know, that's hours and hours of work in the gym, sparring against the best fighters in the world, sparring guys like Terrence Bud Crawford.
With Vasily, and I want to spar with him. They're not gonna pay you, he told them. I just want to be there. He wasn't gonna fight a southpaw, they said. Hey, I know he's fighting Rigondeaux, get me in there. All right, go for free if you want to, get some work in. At the end, they kept him the entire time, and Papachenko said, pay the man, he earned it. That's Shakur Stevenson in a nutshell.
One of the most competitive fighters out there today, and also the future of boxing.
Joet Gonzalez trying to fire away. Body of Shakur Stevenson. Slick fighters, they say, work the body, you're gonna find it. Why is Shakur's body not even there?
Because, like I said, every time Gonzalez takes a step forward, what does Shakur Stevenson do? He takes 2 steps back, not allowing him to hit his body.
The other thing is, Shakur's not just moving in one direction. He switches it up. I mean, his footwork is impressive. He doesn't go straight back, doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
Look at the outside control of Shakur Stevenson. Every time he lands that backhand, look at his foot placement.
There it is.
There it is. Straight left to the body.
If he wants to become a world champion tonight, because what worked for him in his first 23 professional fights is not working for him tonight. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. had a moment against Sergio Martinez, but it wasn't enough. He needs a senior moment like he had against Meldrick Taylor. Shakur Stevenson is putting on a boxing clinic. Nice combination punching there from Shakur. Whoa. Ooh, on a trip there.
This fight's not competitive at all. It's one-sided. Shakur Stevenson dominate.
And pretty soon we'll be talking about Shakur Stevenson. As big as he looked tonight, how long can he stay at this weight class?
He's not even a full-blown man yet. You don't get that full strength until you're about 25, 26. That's when you start your prime. He's 22 years old.
His defensive game is A+. He didn't show too much of the offense tonight. Why do you think that is? Didn't need to? Corner didn't want him to?
Oh, you talking about Shakur Stevenson? He's making him pay. Every time he make a miss, he's making him pay. You know what? Gonzalez is he's a tough cookie, man. You know, he's undefeated. He's undefeated for a reason.
Nice combination. 1-2. Upstairs, downstairs.
You know, especially when you're fighting against an undefeated fighter that has 7 years experience over you.
Now I'm interested in what the interaction is going to be in 1 minute and 25 seconds once that final bell rings. Is there going to be that long sought-after respect for Shakur Stevenson from the Gonzalez family, or is he just going to walk away?
I'm going to tell you this. You know, fights like this is so discouraging, being the fighter that on the losing end. You know, I would rather get knocked out than having to go through this beatdown and this embarrassment. You know, the way that Gonzalez is getting hit and the fact that he can't do anything. He can't touch Shakur Stevenson. He's right there to hit him, but he can't touch him.
We talk about vision. Good. Talk about reflexes. That's what Terrence Crawford was telling us about Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
What makes him special? He sees everything. His body reacts impressively. Look at how he made him miss with that right hand. As a defensive fighter, the fact that he loves Pernell Whitaker and that he watches and emulates him, Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, well, it showed tonight.
He definitely showed tonight.
Joet Gonzalez is out of range, unable to find Shakur Stevenson.
But he's still trying.
Yes.
He's still behaving like a fighter.
He's got the heart of a warrior. He just did not have the tools to deal with a man who wants to be known amongst the best in boxing history. Today was the first step in that direction for Shakur Stevenson.
All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. And now, WBO Featherweight World Champion from Brick City, Shakur Stevenson.
When it comes to being a defensive master, with opponents only landing 4.4 punches per round. But Tim, in recent fights, we have taken note. He is powerful, he is quick, but he has never faced anything even close to the level of opposition to prepare him for somebody like Stevenson.
Shakur's having a hard time finding his jab. It's a perfect round right now for Nakathila.
Boy, is he long. Look at that jab and then where that right hand comes from.
Even early in the first round, because he realizes that Shakur's not just a good boxer, but that he can also hurt him.
You can see him and his ability to time it.
Watch your feet, guys. Watch your feet.
Wide swinging with the right hand when Shakur got to the inside. Nakathila missing wildly there with southpaw versus righty. We're stepping on the toes. Even happens when there's a punch scored. We get controversy with knockdowns because of that. We rarely see the fight ever stopped to warn about it.
Well, Shakur's respecting the threat of Nakathila's power. And Nakathila's actually respecting Shakur's power because he got touched in that first round.
That's a slip.
Watch your feet.
If nothing else, Shakur could be jabbing to the body. If he feels like he can't reach the head, he's got to start with the body because Nakathila's got a long frame and a long torso.
Sure is, and to this point, only 11% of Shakur's punches are to the body. And there he goes with a straight left hand to the body.
And then come downstairs, sneak it.
Shakur can also pick up his feints so Nakathila can show his hand. And we know what his hand is, it's the right hand. But the feints are going to help Shakur land his shots. Right hook landed clean.
See, it's always going to be a front foot battle between southpaw versus the orthodox fighter. And you can see both guys trying to fight for position. That's why they keep stepping on each other's feet.
It's who can get their front foot to the outside, because that then lines up your power hand, your backhand, calibrated right to the target, straight line.
Only thing that's going to happen is Shakur get more comfortable, figures out his range a little bit easier, and it's going to be trouble for Nakathila if he doesn't pick the pace up.
Well, this is where Nakathila has to get to work.
That's exactly.
If you can get him into the corner there.
And the only problem with that is Shakur knows that too. Oh. Nakathila's got to feint and go. Feint and go. Feint and go. And he may get hit in the process, but he's got to, if he came here believing in that right hand, which he did, he's got to let it go. He's got to rough things up.
And one more thing he needs to do to add to that, Dre, is he needs to throw combinations. Forget about that 1-2. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. The orthodox fighter can't go to his left when you cut that off. He's right in the line of fire for the power hand.
Shakur has a 19-5 connect advantage according to CompuBox. 7%.
I spoke with Nestor Tobias and he said, look, I want him to use the jab to the body and set up that left hook, but more than anything, just pick up the pace.
He hasn't landed a jab. And Michaela Mayer, the women's junior lightweight champion, that is next week from here. There's a left hand from Shakur. Fighter in the world, as he has a tough test against the tall Masayoshi Nakatani. course, we haven't seen Lomachenko since he lost to the now undisputed lightweight champion, Teofimo Lopez. And guys, as we know, there was breaking news with Teofimo earlier today that Lopez and Top Rank relationship is seemingly repaired, and he is targeting an October 2nd major fight on an ESPN platform.
Nakathila doesn't have great legs. Shakur's got balanced legs, evenly proportioned. Back up what he told us in the fighter meeting and let his hands go and try to land a shot.
Set him up with the low front guard. That was nice. Trying to draw him in. Boom, there, right hook. Wow, got him.
Right hook scores the knockdown. Went into his past interview and going all the way back to his amateur days. He asked the questions, have you ever been knocked down? The quote he gave us was no, and it'll never happen. It just did in round 4. Check right hook, Shakur. And now he comes with the left hand to open up round 5.
You know, again,
gotta make that choice.
Nakathila, he hasn't made, and I'm talking Shakur, an investment to the body yet. He's thrown some single shots.
I think he's gonna give it a couple more rounds, and then I believe that he's gonna step it up. Let him weaken a little bit more.
Opponents always love to say what they'll do with a good boxer, and they're not this and they're not that. But boy, when you get inside, they always hit a little bit harder than you thought. And that's what's happening to Nakathila right now.
And then the hesitation in dealing with it. And then you eat another left hand.
He don't have any skills. I mean, there's nothing else he's doing. He's not making any adjustments. He can't. He don't know how. He's just standing right directly in front of Stevenson.
Joe, Tim, and Dre calling the action ringside. Bernardo Suna, our ace reporter. Shakur in complete control. Nakathila hasn't landed a jab yet. He also went down in the 4th round from a check right hook from Shakur.
Listen, if I'm in the corner of Shakur Stevenson, this is the statement fight right here. This is the fight where you leave everybody walking away from their television sets or however they're streaming this, watching this, and wanting more. I'm telling Shakur, step it up, son. I already know he's going to mind his defense because that's built in. Go in there and get this guy out of there. Be smart about it, but rip him with shots to the body. Let both hands go to the head.
It'll get him to drop his hand, set up a big left hook, and get him out of here.
Because Nakathila has a big frame, so he's posturing right now. And given, he does have the right hand cocked, but that right hand's not going to hit Shakur because he's timed it. Every time Shakur feints, you get a reaction from Nakathila. Every time Shakur hits him, you get a reaction from Nakathila. So put both hands together and see if he can deal with the heat. Get off the feet, get off the feet. Some guys deserve to be respected for a 12-round period because they're dangerous, and some guys got to get out of there so we can go home.
Like a guy who's only averaging 1.6 punches, so don't allow him. Find the exit door. There's a right hand to the body from Nakathila that was partially blocked by Shakur. Sweeping left hand from the Newark native.
And that right hand and left hook from Nakathila had some heat on it, so Shakur has to be aware of that. But mid-range and in close, he's safer than he would be on the outside with a guy like Nakathila.
Get off the feet.
Oop, sneak shot.
Has to be willing to do it, though.
Left a window open, got clipped a little bit, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, when you're a fighter who doesn't get hit a lot, it's almost like you get offended when your opponent actually lands a punch. That was offense that you saw on the face of Shakur. A little bit more undignified and let those hands go.
Well, it's the only way he's going to have any chance.
Nice body work right there, outside. You know, Nakathila's punching power is on the outside. So if you get close enough and smother him, because you have the shorter arms, you're going to have the advantage in the inside.
And I'm asking for Shakur to step it up because he can. But if you got a fighter like this who can do those things, who really doesn't have a ceiling to his talent, yeah, you got to ask and demand a lot from him.
The reaction you got on Nakathila. There's a single shot that lands.
Watch something come up top. Of course, setting it up.
Get off the feet. See the reaction from Nakathila. He wobbles just a bit. Shakur needs to follow up after he lands a clean shot like that.
The guy who is one of the best closers in all of boxing is ringside, and that is the 37-0 Terrence Bud Crawford. Bernardo. It's better when Terrence Crawford is in the ring, so we hope to have him back soon enough.
Like that foot issue, just like a news flash. Get off the feet, get off the feet.
Here he comes with the left hand. Round 9.
Get off the feet, get off the feet.
Stevenson in complete command. Is this the moment, Tim, that you sense?
It's time to walk him down.
Stepping on the feet here is happening on purpose.
It's not
Somebody's trying to
happening
gain an
purposely.
advantage.
Who are you going to take the points from? Because they're both doing it.
What happens in the fight game with an orthodox fighter
fighting for
versus
control.
a lefty? They're fighting to see who can get their foot to the outside position.
I've never seen something like this.
Nor have I, and we have called hundreds of lefty versus righty fights. And listen, I know Ruiz, he's out there for the safety and welfare of the fighters, but this is extreme. Sending in the message saying, and this is from Mark Kriegel, either Shakur starts throwing some combinations against this amateur, or don't be surprised when people start calling you a boring fighter.
You know, there's some truth behind that, honestly, you know, but there's some mastery behind the defense as well.
I agree.
You know, no one's in there taking those punches that Shakur Stevenson is taking. Then that's what he's going to do.
Dre?
Yeah, I mean, I don't worry about people calling, you know, a fighter boring because that's been happening. The tools and all the ability to get this guy out of there. That's why we're calling for it. And he can do it while being defensively responsible, and he can go home early if he chooses to. That's all I'm saying. Get off the feet. And to the ref's credit, if you watch the feet and not watch the action, fighters got a lot to worry about in the ring, and they don't want to have a referee constantly in their ear about something like their foot placement. Get off the feet, get off the feet.
And as we said, in this commission and Celestino Ruiz, they have the best interest in the fighter in mind, but this does not follow form. And that check hook as Nakathila came in. And word is that would be planned for the fall. Shakur Stevenson has been quoted as saying he thinks that's an easy matchup, and if I have to beat up Herring to get to the WBC and Oscar Valdez, the fight that he really wants, he says, I will.
I'm going to say something. This is the hurt business, yes. These type of performances right here, they don't do anything for, honestly, they don't do anything for you. They really don't.
But here's the thing,
honest.
too. It's actually funner to get inside and start to wear a guy down, break him down, and possibly get him out of there than to have to play this cat and mouse game all night when you got a guy who has a nice right hand, long, rangy.
Nestor Tobias, Nakathila's trainer, minced no words. He says we need a knockout and we need to pressure, and basically he's fighting like he's scared, man. This is not how he fights.
Just think he got a wake-up call in that first round when Shakur hit him and hurt him. He realized that Shakur does have power, and the boxing ability was a lot more than he bargained for. At least to this point, based on the threat of his right hand. He's landed 2 right hands all night, cleanly, but it's the threat of the right hand. Well, that's 3. That's allowed him to stay in this fight, him having it caught. Stop.
Just the threat.
But we've also seen good power from Shakur.
That is being ruled a slip.
What?
See the posturing from Nakathila. The posturing.
Three punches didn't hit anything.
Standing tall.
But there was no return.
Right hand cocked, looking like he wants to do something. Looking like he wants to do something, but not really doing a lot.
Shakur obviously is hurting him, but not willing to take the risk to get in the inside to make this fight, to stop this matchup. If he was to counter more, he'd be able to create more offense for himself, and he probably could get the stoppage. One shot at a time, pop shot from the outside from Shakur, nothing else. No follow-up shot. He's worried about getting hit. He doesn't like to get hit at all.
For your winner by unanimous decision. And now the WBO Interim Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, from Brick City, Newark, New Jersey, Shakur Stevenson,
who actually wasn't able to fight on the card tonight because of a positive test. So Roach gets this assignment of having Toka Cleary. That radar system typically manifests itself very early on. What can Toka do to penetrate that warning system?
Well, Toka, he's a, we call him a cutie. You know, he's a boxing type, counter puncher. Has some good hand speed. Not a whole lot of pop on his shots, but he has experience. Yeah, I think we're gonna see Shakur get hit more in this fight than any other fight.
Shakur had some early success to the body moments ago, and now a short left hand on the inside. Oh, and he sends him back with a southpaw jab. Stevenson, accuracy. Look at this, and then sneaks a left hand to the body in the midst of that three-punch combination.
Toka, he can't fight going backwards. You know, he does well when he comes forward and beat his boss, but when he's going backwards, that's what you see.
Another left hand to the body. Up off the canvas, rallied late, scored a thrilling TKO. We have had outstanding action tonight. And now Shakur Stevenson and Toka Cleary, round number 2. And he got him with a jab in that first round, Timmy.
Clary's got a lot of trouble on his hands tonight, but one of the good shot right there from Clary. But he's physically maturing. He's starting to sit down on his punches. He's punching harder, and he's learning to punch to the body. That spells a lot of trouble for Clary.
Uppercut comes in after the body shot from Stevenson. Great looking combination. And now Toka Cleary trying to get to that belt line himself as Stevenson continues to work behind the jab. Doubles up that southpaw jab and goes to the body with the left yet again.
He's just not having time to think, and these shots are heavy, heavy shots that he's getting hit with.
How challenging is it, Timmy, with what Dre just said, that phrase, not having time to think? Landing only 14% of his punches thrown at the elusive Stevenson.
It's like if a guy is going to get you and stop you or hurt you, why not try to get your offense off in the meantime? In other words, if you get me, I'm not going to make it easy for you. But those are the kind of discouraging shots.
Won a title at 126 pounds in his 13th pro fight. Vacates that championship now at 130 pounds, and things are clearly lined up if he gets through tonight.
If I'm in Toka Cleary's corner, I'm telling him, forget about the head, son. You're not going to hit his head. Go down to the man's body.
What your motivation is, and sometimes that'll be the difference and help you get by. And if you're Stevenson, keep doing what you're doing. Don't load up on the shots. Place them in the right spot. Eventually, they're going to continue to take a toll.
See, what I like about Stevenson, see, look at he's actually mid-range and almost close inside the pocket. Then he fades out, gets out. Very frustrating. Look at that.
4-punch combination. Stevenson so comfortable, and that left hand to the body consistently working.
Those are going to be there when he needs them if this fight continues on in these later rounds. When he goes to that ATM and hits return, it's going to be there. He's doing what he's got to do, making the investment downstairs. Like that. If you get hit with a three-piece, and it would be one thing if Clary didn't have a good offense or didn't have a decent amount of skill. He's got a good skill set and he's got good offense. He just has to let his hands go.
He's #1 contender there. Frampton and Herring are going to be fighting soon enough. Then he wants the winner of Burchelt and Valdez, the WBC championship at 130 pounds. Shakur Stevenson, who has outlanded Tokakon Clary 75-27. He has landed 31 body punches so far. His story well told. One of 9 children born to his mother, Malika. Fell in love with training for boxing when he was just 5 years old in Newark, New Jersey. On to a blossoming pro career, to a world championship wrapped around his waist, and now trying to attempt to become a 2-division world champion in the course of the next year.
Wally Moses, who is Shakur Stevenson's grandfather as well as his trainer, said, look, we're going to pick up the pace here because he cannot fight going backwards. We pick up the pace, I think we can win this fight before the distance.
Well, you see him picking up the pace of the body, isn't he? Look at that to the belt line.
And I think one thing we got to realize is all power is not the same. Some guys have the ability to turn your lights out with one shot. Other guys have the ability to beat you up.
Yep.
That thudding power. That's the kind of power that Shakur has right now.
The perfect word. Discouraging, says Dez.
But Clary is a veteran fighter, so he knows how to protect himself in that ring, even though he's being overwhelmed.
Including the outstanding fight between Verdejo and Nakatani. Nakatani comes back off the canvas to win with a 9th round TKO. Some inside work from Tokakon Clary.
Need to see more of that from Tokakon Clary. That's what we need to see.
He's getting hit to the body, and I'm talking Clary enough, so he might as well let his hands go and try to get some shots through on Stevenson. Clary is tough. Been hit with some big shots to the head and to the body. Clean shots.
Look at that. Look at that. Right inside the pocket, mid-range. Don't even get hit with one shot.
Watch the talk.
Stevenson has become a master at his craft. He's getting aggressive with his defense now. Wow.
Oh, some right hand. Minutes ago here in round 7.
Yelled, forget the jab, pop. That was an expletive, though.
Wally Pop, his grandfather, has been training him since he was a little boy.
Nice short. Step back, got a little space. This is just...
It's masterful.
Just seems just unfair.
Every way he wants to do it, he can do it, including that back power hand. Round number 8 here in Vegas. Shakur Stevenson in complete control, trying to move his mark to 15-0. Want to remind you that Stan and Neil will have SportsCenter from LA. Hope you're enjoying things here from Vegas. Been a wildly entertaining night. This will round out our coverage of boxing in 2020. And then, as has been discussed, we should be in store for mega fights, including Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. The negotiations underway to have an undisputed heavyweight championship fight.
Shakur is not slowing down. He's picking up steam. He's got Clary timed. He's gauged the distance, and he can get off and land anything that he wants right now to the head and to the body. It's a matter of time before that one shot, the one that gets the reaction from Clary, gets through.
Boy, he can generate power in short space, can he?
You know, no wasted movement from Shakur Stevenson. Everything has a purpose.
You know, I think sometimes when people see a fight like this, that, you know, they're yelling at their TV, do something. Clary would love to do something if he could. It gets to a point, Joe, where a fighter no longer wants to win. They're just trying to survive.
You know what happens with fights like this when you have a guy that's landing thudding shots like that over and over and over again, and the guy doesn't go anywhere, he doesn't wobble, doesn't do anything. If I'm in Clary's corner, I would stop this
because
match.
of the hopelessness.
I would stop it.
Because you've come to the point where you realize nothing's going to change.
Nothing's going to change. You're not going to get any stronger. You're not going to get any better. You're weakening every single round. You're getting hit more and more. Stop the match.
The person who normally works with him, who's able to assess him day in and day out, who knows what he's capable of, what he knows his guy to be, and if they should pull the plug.
Roach has worked with Clary before. He has worked with him before. Nice jab right
halfway through round 9.
Oh, man, Timmy.
Bro, come on. When have I ever got a whooping like this?
And if you're Stevenson, you want to get this knockout. You want to try to find a way to get a shot through, be it to the head or to the body. Got a little over a round to try to make that happen.
Another 3-punch combination from Stevenson.
He's talking to his trainer. I did.
That's the level of comfort and control.
My goodness.
And now right hand digs to the body.
I don't want to confuse anybody.
Dominating performance from Stevenson. 139 punches landed to 46. I mean, we know how loaded 135 pounds is. The division he's now in, 130 pounds. What he just came from at 126. Much of the attention of the sport. Become an undisputed world champion in Teofimo Lopez.
Ooh, nice right.
Short
nice
left hand by Stevenson does damage.
You see him trying to reach out and hold right now.
He's still hurt.
He is. Toka Clary is not on stable legs after that left hand. And another one comes in.
That he did, Dre.
This was a surprise addition to Shakur Stevenson's fight calendar.
All 3 judges at ringside turn in identical scores of 100 to 90. For your winner by unanimous decision, Shakur Stevenson!
15-0 is Shakur Stevenson. Andre Ward, we have talked about it all week, of asking Jamel Herring, what's the game plan? What's the strategy? And how early do you get to it?
Jamel Herring's got to show that he can deal with the speed of Shakur and that he can start to get his own jab established and slowly start to push.
I don't like what I'm seeing right now from Jamel Herring. He's sitting back right now trying to box with Stevenson.
There's a body shot right hand from Shakur and then goes with the southpaw jab.
I see something very appealing from Shakur Stevenson. You see the grease on his body?
Yeah. And shimmer and shine off of the bright lights here at State Farm Arena. Left hand comes in from Shakur.
Start to implement the game plan that he's been talking about all week, which is being the bully.
If it stays like this, it's on Shakur's terms, Timmy.
All night long, Shakur Stevenson is systematically already breaking down and found his rhythm and found his mark quickly.
And you know that Shakur is getting to Jamel right now because he's got Jamel hesitant to throw. Jamel came out going punch for punch. Now he's got Jamel thinking, trying to figure out what to do next.
Getting hit with straight left hands from Shakur Stevenson.
That's bad news for Team Herring when you get that kind of coaching after the first round. You would think that maybe that would happen after the midway point in this fight. So it's not looking good for Jamel Herring right now. He can still try to get himself in the fight, but Bomac is right. He's got to try to commit and sell out.
Opponents throughout his career at a 3.6 to 1 ratio.
And
there's the left hand at the end of the combination.
Who's the bigger man? Who's the bigger man? Is it Jamel Herring or Shakur Stevenson? Because he's walking down.
Well, that's the mistake we make sometimes. We think the taller guy is the stronger guy. The taller guy is the bigger guy. It's not necessarily true. Shakur looks a lot stronger than Jamel Herring to me right now.
Left hand landing. Good accuracy from Shakur, and then he places it to the body. Had a 3-punch combination, couple left hands up top, and then places it to the body. It's a very strong start for the undefeated fighter. And again. He said it would be his breakout performance. He took criticism for his last performance.
You know, they're a spectacle in the sport. They're nice to have. But we as fighters, we want to be respected by the people in the industry and the fans. That's what Shakur Stevenson is fighting for right now.
And Shakur still got to be smart because Jamel and Shakur Stevenson is doing the right thing by marching forward behind the right jab.
1-2, backs it up with a southpaw right hook as well. And then from range, back to the jab. Good work. Pinpoint accuracy from Shakur Stevenson with that left hand.
Jamel Herring has to ask himself, what is he willing to live with? Is he willing to live with being on the outside of those punches that are not going to stop coming and maybe at some point start looking for a way out, or maybe get caught by a big shot? Or is he going to fight fire with fire and do what he told us he was going to do and try to back Shakur Stevenson up?
With everything he's got.
Yeah, but see the ring IQ right here? Okay, you want to put the... You see, this is the fight that I knew that Shakur Stevenson had in him. I know he can stand his ground. I know he can fight well in the inside. And he's showing us a different dimension of his skill set. He can do it all.
Finding those levels too. Look at that 4-punch combination. Then goes down to the body with a jab. Then back upstairs with the left hand. 3-punch combination to the head. Shakur is in rhythm here in Atlanta. Look at this work.
It's looking like Gotti Floyd right now.
Yes, it is.
It's looking like Floyd Mayweather, Arturo Gotti right now, where you thought the bigger guy was going to back the smaller guy up, but the smaller guy has a lot more physical strength, a lot more prowess, and a lot more punching power than you thought.
Herring ain't going to lay down, though. I'm letting you know that right now. He's a Marine. He's going to fight back. And I see him. He's trying his spots right now.
He's taking those steps forward. Nobody said it would be easy, Jamel. But you got to go forward if you want to get it done.
And the game plan for Team Herring is also to try to take Shakur Stevenson into the deep rounds because they feel like he's got conditioning issues. He's never been in a tough fight, so that's also the game plan.
The fight is starting to break out now.
Isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Herring's not backing up, and Shakur's still giving. Bernardo.
On the other side, Wally Moses, who's the grandfather and trainer of Shakur Stevenson, said, I don't want him to allow Jamel to move to his right. I want him to keep him moving left and to continue digging to the body.
We will look for that.
Now you see Jamel trying to march forward.
Excuse me, my correction. Herring needs to push Shakur Stevenson to his left.
And right jab is the best thing Jamel Herring has going for him. That's the only shot he has to actually walk forward and actually get those power shots off that he wants to. If he tries to load up and lead, he's going to get countered. If he sits on the outside, he's going to get picked apart. Just like that.
Here comes the left hand.
You knew it was coming, doubling up that tough target to hit, though, is Shakur. Always has been.
You're right, Dre. That jab is causing some problems for Shakur Stevenson. Oh, nice shot right there.
Lifted him with the right hand. Off angle, didn't matter. Well scored by Stevenson.
That's been a difficult task for any fighter. Whoa.
Shakur turned him around and now the headshots come in. Able to get around the guard.
And also showing that he's also strong and he can manhandle Jamel Herring and then countering shots on Jamel just like that.
Hands free, guys.
Oh, nice.
That's what he has to do.
Right hand inside.
Has to be willing to just hit him and hit him anywhere and take some chances, especially when you can smother him. And he goes right back into the kitchen again and lands to the body, does Herring.
It's a really good round for Jamel Herring.
Shakur had a 16-12 connect advantage in that last round. 13 of the 16 connects were power punches.
Hands free, guys. Get out of there.
The whole time in the fighter meeting yesterday, good jab right there from Jamel Herring.
You have to push him to that point. You have to execute on that plan to get the answer.
Well, we see Jamel slowly trying to do that. He hasn't fully executed, but you see him trying.
Ooh, head clash.
Clash of heads there.
Oh, mean two-piece right there.
Timed
Both of them landed. But the frustrating part, fellas, is not the two-piece. It's when you think you're going to get something back, and the distance and the range and the legs of Shakur Stevenson won't allow you to get back. That's discouraging, fellas. That's demoralizing. Or his right arm and just let both shots go.
Ooh, he hurt him with
Shakur
that
may
shot.
throw,
Right,
but he's got to throw.
Scored well by Stevenson right there.
He hurt him with that shot.
You saw Herring off balance for a moment, didn't you, Timmy?
Yes, he did. And the reason why that shot hurt him is because he didn't see it coming.
Quick right hook.
In the middle of round 6.
Oh, same shot right there. If it's working, why go away from it?
Look at the swelling around the left eye.
Right hook is Shakur Stevenson's power shot. He's a right-handed fighter. He's right-handed, but he fights in the southpaw stance.
Be able to generate that power as a natural righty, but a gifted and sublimely skilled southpaw in the ring. To win a featherweight championship, said I'm moving up to 130 pounds, 16-0, and tonight trying to stay the course to become a 2-division world champion, and he was the significant.
In the corner, Bomac, I asked him, how do you turn things around? He says he has to do what he did in that 5th round.
Shakur Stevenson makes adjustments.
Yes.
You know, that's when you're a top fighter. That's when you're one of the best guys in the division and in the sport of boxing. He took away the angle from Herring by throwing the right hook towards the area where he was going.
Where he had double-digit connects. He was 12 of 50 still, and Shakur still had seemingly better moments in that round, landing 13 power punches, so it's a clean sweep.
Right. Shakur landed the best punch in that round, and he did a little bit more. Jamel came on, but he let Shakur close it just enough where I gave Shakur that 5th round. He's got to try to take advantage, but Shakur is not playing along.
Hands free.
It's a mean 3-piece right there.
See, Shakur is a really good inside fighter. And this is what I've been trying to tell people. He's a really good inside fighter if he wants to commit to it.
Soon enough, if he can continue on the path he's been on in his career.
Oh.
Keep him up, guys.
Team Herring has to continue to try to convince him that he can win this fight. Even though he's down on the card, son, you got to keep pressing forward. Remember the game plan. Said he was going to fade late. We'll never know if that's true if you don't let your hands go and start to hit him any and everywhere.
Now, these are the no-regret moments.
Don't punch, step back.
He's only hitting Shakur to the body with the left hand. Free the right hand up and let both shots go.
And he needs to shorten his shots too. You know, he's throwing over the head of Shakur Stevenson. Wow, nice combination right there of Herring.
So the left hand was ineffective there. One time he was able to get to the body.
Free, guys.
Bad Herring is marching forward with no jab. Good Herring is the Jamel Herring that's coming forward with the right jab, coming behind that with the straight lefts and the body shots with both hands. He's got to stay disciplined with that right jab.
I like the body shots inside from Herring. Got to hit something.
There was a short right to the body.
Good short overhand left.
You know, Jamel Herring didn't really fall prey to all the jawing, all the chirping going on throughout the week here in Atlanta.
Jamel Herring has been executing Bone Mac's game plan these last few rounds, getting inside, dirtying it up, but Shakur Stevenson is tougher, rougher, and better inside than anyone thought.
That's the way Jamel Herring needs to answer a 2-3 punch combination from Shakur. He needs to answer with his own 2 or 3 punch combination. Shots like that.
Break, don't punch. I got it.
See, Stevenson has came in here this fight with a made-up mind. He just hurt Herring with that. He hurt Herring with an uppercut.
2 more headshots came in as well. Timmy, a few years ago, you and I were in New York and we were broadcasting a Shakur Stevenson fight, and I remember turning to you and saying, I think I'm starting to see the man strength come out in Shakur Stevenson. This is a strong, sturdy, thicker version of Shakur Stevenson, and it's at 130 pounds.
And he's fighting a bigger in Jamel Herring. Could very well be at 135 pounds.
He was.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just the best, I mean the biggest, but the best.
Yes.
The most accomplished as a professional.
Gives up 3 inches to him, a guy who was at a higher weight class to begin with.
Stop! Don't punch. I got it. Step back.
That's Mark Nelson, a veteran. We've seen him many times through the years. Another round where Shakur Stevenson lands double-digit power punches. He was 12 of 32 on power punches.
All I know is Shakur Stevenson see that blood, and I bet you he's going to attack that eye of Jamel Herring. Look at that. It's hard to see, especially when you got blood dripping down the eye. It's in the spot. It's above the eye, so it is definitely.
Now the cut is worsening, and another left hand comes in. And look at these headshots from Shakur. Efficient and sharp, so accurate, and doing damage. He's got a little bit of an anger to him, too.
That's what blood does.
That is it. They are waving it off. This is a TKO victory for Shakur Stevenson, and he is a 2-division world champion.
See Shakur closing in on Jamel Herring. The blood excited him. He sees weakness in his opponent, and Jamel Herring isn't responding. So Shakur did what he was supposed to do. Pour it on. That's what you're trained to do, and this is what everybody asked for in his last fight. So he gave the fans and the media and everybody who had something to say and something to write what they wanted. Are you not entertained tonight by the young fighter Shakur Stevenson?
For your winner by technical knockout and new WBO Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Shakur Stevenson!
In what many feel will be a career headed to the highest heights for Shakur Stevenson. Here we go. Round 1. Joe Tessitore, Tim Bradley, Andre Ward on the call. Defensively, his opponents land only 5 punches per round.
Valdez is doing the right thing, trying to put pressure on Shakur with his presence.
Three-punch combination, doubled up the jab.
He wouldn't tell us what he walks around at, but you could see it's a lot bigger than Oscar Valdez. This is a different guy than the kid we saw come up.
He's
going to be big problems for Valdez because that's not the storyline coming into this fight. The storyline is Shakur outboxing and being slick and moving away. That's not the case right now. He's got to take more risk. I'm not saying get reckless, but he's got to sell out and put himself in a position to let his shots go like you see right there, knowing that he's going to get hit, but believing that he's going to get his shots through.
The two body punches that were landed. Bernardo, what are they saying in the corner of Oscar Valdez?
Eddie Reynoso was very clear. He said, I want you to focus on working the body. You're cutting off the angle.
And he does so there. Takes that angle, lands the left hook to the body. Shakur turns out of it. Back to the jab. Straight right hand now from Valdez as he says, let's go.
He needs to be a winner tonight. And if he can win and find a way to get this win tonight, trust me, he'll show plenty moments where he's a warrior, but he needs to win tonight.
Closing the distance fast, cutting off the angles by digging down to the body, throwing double right hands, lead right hands, jabs, and getting...
He was going to the body.
That's where it's at. Valdez right now is getting caught at that mid-range. Hand clash right there. This is exactly where he needs to be right here.
That's the range for Valdez.
This is a big mistake. Valdez doesn't want to be down 5-1 going into the 7th round.
Just these last 20 seconds alone, to your point, as Stevenson.
A foul, then we'll have a different discussion. But Shakur can't look to Bayless. He's got to make Valdez stop.
You saw him look over to Kenny Bayless. By the way, Bernardo Osuna, our award-winning ringside reporter, just turned to the Nevada Commission and said, what's your read? They said it's not illegal at all, to your point. Stevenson a 49-35 connect advantage.
No, I don't have it even. That's not accurate. I have it 3-1 Shakur Stevenson.
Okay.
3-1 Shakur Stevenson.
As is seemingly obvious.
So he's not using his jab. He's just trying to use it as a rangefinder. He's looking for the uppercut and the combinations.
I'm not sure what he's waiting on. He knows how he's got to fight. A fighter like this, you cannot stay on the outside. You have to press. Being on the outside, so why not risk getting hit trying to get your offense on?
Oh, there's a good left hand from Shakur Stevenson.
Woo, look at the measure from Shakur Stevenson, controlling the head of Valdez and coming down with the straight left hand. Wow, domination.
4 rounds to 1, Stevenson, says Andre Ward. It's a very easy one to score, and there is the knockdown opening up round 6. Shakur Stevenson scores the knockdown early in round 6.
Valdez being off balance. Didn't anything. He got caught with a shot.
That high guard is not serving him well. There was a left uppercut that came in. Shakur very good at changing levels. 3-punch combination. Headshot comes in again from Stevenson.
Valdez is still dangerous.
He's willing to take right now so that way he can get Stevenson comfortable so he can move in. That's it. That's all he's doing.
So he can land a big shot. That's what he's doing.
You see Stevenson poking, picking, and the combinations will come flying right down the middle.
Oh, he places the left uppercut as Valdez came in.
Good shot right there from Oscar.
Oh, there he is.
That's it right there.
Oscar wakes up for a moment. The speed, the footwork of Stevenson, able to get away from those 2 offensive surges from Valdez.
One knockdown, one punch that buzzes Shakur.
But he can't leave it out there on the head of Valdez.
There's a difference between the pawing jab, the range-finding jab, and that joust probe. So the warning from Bayless. Valdez.
As long as this fight is going on.
Oh. Placing that left hand to the body. 3-punch combination up top. Oh. There's a right hand to the body from the former Mexican Olympian, the 2-time Olympian from Mexico.
Oh, Valdez trying to time that left hook.
2 undefeated champions unifying here at 130 pounds. Power punches. Stevenson a 96-64.
That's the reason why he's not selling out. Good right hand.
2-punch combination that finishes with the left to the body from Shakur. Then the left
nice
uppercut. He has been looking to time that a few times by a southpaw. And the left hand goes to the body easily. There's another left hand from Shakur.
And Kenny Bayless can start looking to stop this fight if he allows those kind of shots to land. Too frequent.
Oh, look at that. Going underneath with the left hand to the body. of Miguel Berchelt, the world champion who had the famed green belt, the WBC belt. But it is a far departure, reaching for a right hand.
Great combination right there, again down to the body from Valdez.
Digs into the body, that right hand nearly straight low. Stevenson follows him straight back. 3 more punches, then places that jab to the body.
He's got to finish strong. He got Shakur sitting still. That's where he wants him. He needs Shakur to sit still.
And I just spoke with Eddie Reynoso, and he says the problem with Oscar right now is he continues to miss the right hand from the same range. He can't be at Shakur's range.
This 11th round is taking on a matador kind of quality.
Yes, it is.
In a way that puts an exclamation point on the night to leave no doubt that he is the next star in the sport of boxing.
Wow, that combination did damage. Obviously, if you simply win this fight, it is a major, major notch on the belt to be a unified champion, to launch into the pound-for-pound rankings in the sport established on the star line, in the bright lights of the marquee. But how you could close it out could be the rocket ride to superstardom. He is about a minute and a half away from being one of the new kings of the sport.
Maybe he's trying to recharge. Maybe he's going to give it a little bit more in the next. There it is.
Like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shouldered him up, walked him into the ropes, and now he has a half a minute remaining of being an undefeated champion, unless he comes up with something and hits the jackpot. As Valdez hopelessly chases, Shakur Stevenson has done it.
For your winner by unanimous decision, and now the WBC, WBO, and Ring Magazine Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Shakur Stevenson!
He can't get discouraged. When Conceição finds success, he can't do what he did in the Valdez fight. He's got to stick to his game plan.
Golden opportunity for Conceição.
Last pound and a half can seem like the end of the world. Your body can shut down sometimes. That's what happened with Steven.
See how much thicker he is in the torso, across the shoulders, the muscularity especially. Unable to turn over that right hand was the Brazilian.
Have good moments, but you have a fighter that had to work really hard to try to make a weight. To me, it makes sense to start at a fast pace.
Yes.
You can box in spots, but fighting.
Stevenson describing how drained he was, how his body had nothing more to give. He did acknowledge, as you have to do, that it is part of the game. You sign and you're contracted. Three-punch combination from Shakur, trying to punch between the punches that time.
Paul with the left hand, pose, and then try to shoot a big right hand to the body or the head of Shakur Stevenson.
Left hand to the body comes in. Left hand up top from Shakur.
Like to see Stevenson pick up his right jab a little bit more to pile up points.
There's the jab. Doubles it up from the right hand from the Brazilian.
It gives Conceição something to go through before he thinks about throwing that looping right hand. When he lands that beautiful straight left hand, that is a natural punch for a southpaw.
By the way, there was a clash of heads in that round as well.
Good straight left from Shakur. Conceição tried to catch Shakur and did catch him in that sequence right there. A guy that punches when you don't think he's going to punch, and Conceição throws punches from angles you wouldn't expect him to throw from.
That's the awkwardness that Shakur described.
You fight a fighter like that, fundamentals are essential.
Oh, good left uppercut in the midst of that exchange.
Make the mistake and you have your legs under you and just shoot the shots. Nothing spectacular, just fundamentals.
And now the pace picks up here in round 3. And this is that awkwardness from Conceição. Shakur smiling right in his face. And happy to be at that mid-range and close range. That Conceição had great success boxing beautifully in the opening half. Crowd enjoying round 3 here in Newark. Stevenson, body shot. It was interesting to hear the corner of Stevenson as he came back to the stool. They said, just keep the jab going. Conceição was hurt in that round. And then an interesting comment before he went off to go to this 4th round. He said,
and Luis Dorea, who trains Robson Conceição, told me, I want Robson to go to the body first, and that'll set up his headshots.
Fell in, right there. And it was a left hand. More and more in the career of Stevenson as he grows into that man strength we've described. Yes, an elite boxer. Yes, wildly skilled.
Even though Stevenson cuffed him and that wasn't a knockdown, it takes a lot of effort for a fighter to get up from the canvas, especially in a tough fight like this.
Able to get away from that right hand from Conceição. You can see his comfort with another right hook. Stevenson in control here in round 4. Dug underneath with a left hand to the body.
Conceição takes that big step test.
Boy, he does.
Throws that right hand.
Start of round 5 now.
Now look at Conceição. He's got that right hand glued to his face because he doesn't want to give up that side of the body again. Conceição can't defend to the body test. He doesn't know how.
See if he can put that jab out there. There's a left hand. Then he took an angle and went with the right hand to the body. Left uppercut leads the way this time.
And slowly conceding, he can't do that. This is a second opportunity at a world championship. Who knows when he'll get another shot? He's got to get it done tonight.
That body language alone speaks volumes.
And it's only the 5th round.
Another left hand to the body. Coming back with the right hook. Head movement by Conceição. Trying to return fire. Good left hand to the body again. Yes. Digging in, sitting down on it that time.
Because it's doing damage. He's doing exactly what he wants it to do, which is drain and discourage Conceição. Good shot from Conceição. And that'll do the job. But Conceição's also landed a few good body shots, the right hand.
Lunges forward with it. Stevenson now with his opponent against the ropes. You know he's going to go to the body there. He specifically mentioned the 6th round when we sat with him yesterday. Left hand lands flush. Opened up, got tagged again there. And now here comes Stevenson.
And the looping left hand of Shakur. To the body, he protects himself down low. Boom!
Oh, big left hand up top.
Shot lands up top.
Round.
He needs to find something and find something fast.
What is it,
back
Drake?
In this fight.
What does he have to find? And now a high guard that's being split by left hands. And a sharp left hand comes in again from Shakur. Olympian, the Brazilian, a gold medalist who has fought for a world title and was ahead on the scorecards. Stevenson cutting off the ring. Now probing with that jab. Watch for the left hand to split the guard. Goes to the body with it instead. That then led to the head. He goes to the body again. Conceição, 3-punch combination.
Still
Stevenson
throwing.
with the head movement.
Conceição still throwing.
As he should be.
And he's landing.
Right hand from Conceição.
Good right hand. 2 good right hands.
Finds a moment of confidence, Dre. That was awkward. Came in, got off balance, spun himself around.
I think that's the shot that Shakur wants down low. Not even the looping left hand, but the straight left to the body. Could have checked out in that last round when the doctor came and checked on him and he didn't take the bait.
Just took a short left hand there.
And find a way to get in that house because Conceição is not making it easy. And I will remind you, he's still dangerous. Then get a big shot in there because Conceição can compute those shots and even block some of those shots because he knows at what velocity they're coming at. He knows how to protect himself in that ring.
Round number 10, scheduled for 12. Conceição well behind on the scorecards.
And sneak the big shot in. Don't let it be predictable. It's going to be awkward, and he's going to remain dangerous. Oh, good shot right there. It's those kind of shots. It's landed twice in this round.
Doubles up the left hand.
He's hoping that Shakur doesn't.
Oh, there's that left uppercut. Goes underneath with the left hand. Off balance. See how Stevenson approaches it here. Final minute of round 11. Goes back to the body. Right hook. Another left hand to the body. See angle to the right. Sweeping right hook.
He does distance as well as anybody, probably better.
And distance pays in this game. Won the WBO junior lightweight title. That 10th round TKO. Let's take a different approach, and perhaps it comes.
Until you find the one that works for you.
This doesn't surprise you that we're 50 seconds away from having a distance fight, even as one-sided as it's been with Stevenson in complete control.
No, he got close, Stevenson, but...
Devin Haney, Vasily Lomachenko, and so many more. And what a ride it's going to be with super fights to come. And perhaps another return here at home.
For your winner by unanimous decision, Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson.
Gentlemen, you both been given the instructions. Obey my command at all times and protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Phenomenal defense.
Let's go.
Tremendous defensive fighter. Who's grown in stature and size, and now his lightweight debut. You will see this often with that lead hand. Stevenson often paws it out and just meets his opponent's jab.
Yoshino's already started to lunge forward. He's trying to close the distance, not coming behind the jab, and occasionally moving his head. Good right hand.
Yoshino goes with a right hand to the body. Shakur just slightly getting out of range. Right hand to the body again from Yoshino.
Smart, just closing the distance right there. Your safest place is when you're sitting down in your corner, but also it's in close, in tight.
You always talk about Stevenson being a master of range. What do you see early on with that? A measured first round between Stevenson and Yoshino. He said, you know, everything in my career, Timmy, is starting to heat up. Says his focus is different. It's nothing but boxing. And he admitted to us that even when he fought Oscar Valdez, when he was unifying titles, even when he fought Jamel Herring, when he was absolutely dynamic and earning a belt.
Well, he understands what he's up against. You know, this is a stacked division, 135-pound division. You know, if he wants to take it over, he knows he has to be on another level. Hit anything, shoulders, arms, forearms. Hit him in the chest, side of the head, doesn't matter. Just land, disrupt the timing of Shakur Stevenson.
In terms of pressure, in the two signature wins against Nakatani and Ito, Yoshino averaged nearly 73 punches thrown per round.
He found a pattern. Shakur found a pattern. Yoshino, he'll stick the jab hand out. He'll start jousting with it. Then he'll step inside, drop his head, or change levels and look for the right hand. And Shakur meeting him with the straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Brilliant mind. He recognized the pattern. Yoshino stepping in. Little out of position. It looked like he was coming with a left hand over the top, throwing a jab. Shakur just slipping his head outside. throwing the left hand. You see him on his back foot right there. Beautiful, beautiful shot on the chin.
Absolutely perfect left hand. Uppercut. Backs it up with a straight left. Remember what Yoshino said about doubting Shakur's power. And remember what Shakur said back. Just missed with that sweeping uppercut. Shakur Stevenson does damage here in round 2. There's a left hand again. Yoshino showing fight. Shakur goes underneath on the inside, sends him off balance with a check right hand. That was a masterful left hand moments ago that scored the knockdown. And you see a very fiery endgame Yoshino. He's landing 59% of his power punches through 2 rounds with a knockdown scored. Just the second time that Yoshino has been knocked down in his career. There's that check hook.
He's past the second round. He's found his range, Chris. In that first 2 rounds, he's judging and gauging the technique of his opponent. Shakur gathers his range, and then he goes in for his assault. Ooh, nice.
That was a left hand that hit right on the belt line, and it backed up Yoshino. And now Yoshino willing to trade with Shakur. Trying to get that lead foot to the outside and land a right hand as Shakur covers up, absorbs those punches, and then places a left hand to the body. 2-punch combination, including a right hook upstairs. Doubles up the right hand.
Great control work right there. He's using the probe, trying to set up something up top.
2-punch combination, scores up top.
He can move to his left, clockwise and counterclockwise, to get his offense off.
Tight combination on the inside. Yoshino with a short left hook on the inside. That power hand from the southpaw stance, including a left uppercut.
Great sequence right there from the the intelligence, Shakur Stevenson.
And there was a left uppercut that just landed moments ago here in the first 30 seconds of round number 4. As Yoshino's trying to stay in that pocket and exchange with Shakur, but Shakur is more accurate. He's so defensively sound. We always talk about plus minus when it comes to Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, in Yoshino's corner, they want an answer, and that answer is to punch with Shakur Stevenson. Don't wait for him to punch because it's too late.
You see the controls that he uses on his opposition. You see that. You see the combinations, the choices, the quick decisions that he makes in real time.
He said to us yesterday that he believes people need to relabel him stylistically and what he is. Watch what I've done in recent fights. I stay right in front of guys.
Look, phone booth.
Yes.
Literally. Arms reach apart, and he's dominating.
So the Shakur Stevenson early in his career, and perhaps the Shakur Stevenson leading to his first title, is not the Shakur Stevenson you've been seeing in recent fights. It's this version.
Yeah,
and another accurate left hand lands.
And a nice right hand right there from Yoshino. But, you know, he's getting lucky occasionally. Shakur Stevenson isn't perfect. Everybody gets hit, but the fact that he's that close, he's in punching range, he will take some shots. He will.
Woo! And another knockdown scored.
See the combinations right here for Shakur Stevenson. Coming around that guard, beautiful right hook. The combinations, just throwing, letting his hands go. That opened up. He moved the guards right there. Boom. Left hook, sitting him down like a child in timeout. Beautiful work right here by Shakur Stevenson, the phenom.
Right hook scores the knockdown. 3-punch combination.
Okay, box.
Right hook, straight left. Combination leads with the uppercut. And another uppercut. There's that right hook again.
When he leans forward, he dips, he shoots the jab on the right hand. He runs in with shots like that, and he's available for the check hook.
There's the check hook.
There it is.
Throws him off balance and goes with the left to the body. Comes back with the left upstairs, just a grazing blow that time. That lead hand is doing damage.
Goes underneath that time with the left uppercut to start the combination. Headshot was able to sneak around the guard.
High guard killer right here.
That lead hand of Shakur Stevenson. You see the physical maturation across his back. You see the temperament and style being well defined now at this stage in a division that is going to be red hot. A division that'll see an undisputed title fight on ESPN pay-per-view between Lomachenko and the world champion Devin Haney. That Bill says they are not moving up to 140 pounds. 135 is the real estate you want to be in, folks, right now.
That's what I'm talking about. Bill Haney and Devin Haney is about the legacy also, just like Shakur Stevenson is. That's what they're about, my goodness.
Step back, step back, step back.
He has total control over Yoshino. And Yoshino's taking a ton of punishment. He really is. It's not a whole lot of punching power on those shots, but they're hard enough. They put him on the canvas twice. But if he continues to take this leather, it's not good for him. Ooh,
oh, he just caught a big left uppercut. Shakur lining up behind that jab.
He hurt him with
that
a jab
lead
right there.
hand has been devastating tonight. Just turning over that jab alone. It doesn't take the check hook for Shakur to have success. And now Yoshino tries to come in and place anything he can. Yoshino, even in some of his biggest wins, have taken punishment. That is another shot, and that's enough. And to your point, Tim Bradley, the accumulation, the concern of just taking the beating. Alan Hungen says, I've seen enough. You were concerned.
Yes. Taking too many heavy shots over and over and over and over.
That's it, bro.
That last left uppercut.
For your winner by technical knockout, Shakur Stevenson!
All right, boxers, you received your instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Obedece todo el tiempo. Toca los guantes. Touch them up. Good luck. Buena suerte.
Third division as a world champion? Or will Edwin De Los Santos and all that confidence ride high and deliver the power that he has shown in the recent past? Here we go, Tim. What are we looking for early on?
So once he gauges the distance and he gets his, and he gets the distance, and once he gets the distance right, then he's going to start coming forward. De Los Santos is extremely reactive.
Short right hand, Shakur answers with a southpaw hook. There's a body shot, left hand to the body.
Again, that's the cutoff punch right there. Any type of attempt from De Los Santos.
There's that jab off the hip from Shakur. He was stressing that to us yesterday, Tim, saying he's been working on the jab. 2 fights ago, a thriller when he TKO'd Jose Valenzuela. Got up off the canvas to do so.
More technical fighter.
There's a left hand to the body as he closed the gap. De Los Santos landing to the body against Shakur. Those precious moments of downloading range.
There it
and
is.
now closing that range.
Shakur out. Good jab right there for Shakur.
That was a very effective jab by Shakur. Back to it.
Interesting adjustment right there from him and his team.
Trying to close the gap with the triple jab. De Los Santos landing only 12% of his punches. That is right around the average of a typical Shakur fight. As he's able to turn him.
Good jab to the body right there. But Shakur didn't make him pay right there.
No, he did not. Now he goes with a left hand to the body. And to 4. Double header. Start of round number 5. Mark Kriegel, how do you have it scored?
4 rounds to nothing, Shakur Stevenson. Look, they're not scintillating. I understand the boos. I watched them spar a few weeks ago, and I saw something new. I said, I've never seen that jab. You know, his hand was a little bruised, his left, and he swears it's perfectly fine now. But he told us he was going to unveil that jab tonight, and it is really, really fast.
Shakur Stevenson right now landing 31% of his jabs.
Keep him up, keep him up. Hands are free, hands are free.
Because you want to be aggressive against Shakur. You do. You want to be aggressive. You want to step to him. But at the same time, you want to limit your mistakes at the same time. Because Shakur is not countering. He's closing the distance, but Shakur is not countering. He stepped out of the way right there. He didn't counter now. Just pick and poke his way to victory. And he's okay with that. There you
Body
go.
shot comes in from De Los Santos.
There it is. Following him out that time. Again, going out in straight lines.
Where before the round started, Wally Moses, the trainer and grandfather of Shakur Stevenson, said, all right, now start scoring on this guy and emphasize the jab.
Quick. Step back. Good.
Good shot right there. So a part of me feels that the reason why he's not stepping on the gas a little bit more is maybe he's thinking about going the distance so you can serve early.
Now he comes in more aggressive, double jab, trying to search for the power hand.
Hit the shoulders, hit something. That jab right now is starting to dominate this round for Shakur.
Watch the holding, let him go.
Looking to inflict more damage. But again, he's extremely cautious. He don't want to get hit with anything, and now he's in total control right now. He has.
Where Shakur has dominated by simply just easily getting out of range of De Los Santos' efforts.
Good jab right there from De Los Santos.
Bernardo?
I just spoke with Wally Moses, and I asked him about Shakur's left hand, if it was okay, and he says, yes, it's okay. I actually want him to throw it more, so the offense is coming.
Because, again, he doesn't feel safe throwing that backhand because it'll put him out there.
Don't hit him in the back, keep him in front.
To be countered. Good jab right there from Shakur. And then, again, good defense coming from Shakur.
Right now, a +20 ± in this fight for Shakur Stevenson. The gap between his percentage landed compared to De Los Santos. But his more recent fights have been more entertaining offensively. If Shakur Stevenson is able to win this fight,
good jab,
then it'll be a 3-division world championships in just a 9-fight span of his career.
Nice left hand right there from Shakur. No return fire. Good jab.
Good.
Ooh, good exchange right there. Starting to heat up a bit.
And a right hook. Wally Moses says left hand is fine. I was encouraging him to throw more of it. But to your point, Mark, it has been the jab. He has thrown 108. He's landed 32. That's southpaw weapon.
People are already sizing up Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis. Tank Davis is southpaw, explosive, quick first step. Vicious one-punch knockout power, but again, if you can't land that, how are you going to beat this kid? That's my question. Floyd Mayweather has always showed us that Santos is struggling landing any kind of offense on Shakur.
Stop. Time.
No, it's clearly a break from Harvey Dock there.
Good jab. Still see the sharpness coming from Shakur.
There it is, taking the risk. And Shakur again being sharp. Beautiful work right there. This is beautiful boxing now. Now you're starting to see a little bit of urgency coming from De Los Santos, and he's making mistakes. Another right hook. He might have won every single round thus far. But again, you said the high was the last round. But this right here is like what we call swimming without getting wet on the night. But this is technical skill you're watching. That still has punching power right now. But you see him now stepping a little bit more or committing with his punches a little bit more now. And again, Shakur will leave it just like that. He doesn't care.
Good.
People going to talk about this performance, I'm sure. They're going to be heavy on Shakur because everybody wants to be entertained. But I'm going to tell you right now.
Keep it clean. Keep it.
And that's why you're seeing Shakur. Beautiful
combination from Shakur.
Look at that. This
1-2 combination, the left-landed flush from Stevenson.
That's what you're seeing, a boxing lesson.
Will fire off and then get out of the way.
Oh,
there's a right hand from De Los Santos who comes in against Shakur before Stevenson ties up.
Keep him in front.
And say he didn't want to fight. What about De Los Santos not being able to cut off the ring and trap Shakur to land that bomb?
For your winner by unanimous decision, and now the WBC lightweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson!
Shakur Stevenson never landed double digits connects in a single round.
Okay, gentlemen, you both have your instructions. Obey my command at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Anything from here on up is good. Anything from here on up is good. Touch gloves. Let's go.
That may be his mind, but his body and his gloves are opposite a guy that's flat out better than him. Convince me he's got a shot here.
He's an Olympic bronze medalist with 300 amateur fights. Nice right hand down to the body. He told us in the fighter meetings that that's going to be his money punch. Instead of trying to hit the head of Shakur, he wants to go downstairs. Nice level change from Artem. That was an attempt right there with the left hook. I was just going to say that. He would level change, throw the hook, and then come behind with the right hand.
We will see what that number looks like for Hartunian as these early rounds develop.
I'm just letting y'all know right now.
Wait till you get on social media tonight and get into the boxing world on social media and hear the reactions to the Shock Foster shock of losing by split decision of Ropes and Conceição. And then it just went off the cliff with the scoring of Conceição being awarded a world championship against Oshaki Foster, who had defensive mastery in our co-feature.
He landed the more effective punches. You see Conceição couldn't even get in range to be able to land a punch. Yeah, but you see how what Artem depends on. He depends on timing, footwork, rhythm for delivering his offense. I mean, he's a thinking fighter. You know, he's going to look both ways before he crosses that street. That's how he is.
You can see Shakur just with that upper body movement. Just get out of the way by an inch, 2 inches here or there.
He gave Frank Martin all he can handle. He really did.
He's trying to get that lead foot to the outside. He's trying to touch him with that jab to the body, perhaps shoot the right hand down the middle.
So Shakur is playing the patient game. He's trying to get Artem to overcommit. Trying to be clean with his work. Shakur is he's not right now trying to assert himself.
Now Now, he will say, hey, I was injured going into that fight. I did exactly what I needed to do to win a fight, no matter how much lack of entertainment and how much fan criticism was there to be had. But I think I can find him. And Wally just said to him, just stab him to the body. So we'll watch for that lead right hand and see if that jab can find the body to try to slow and contain Hartunian. Hartunian coming forward, most of that blocked or slipped by Shakur.
All Shakur has to do is come forward. That's it. You got to get aggressive. Right now, Hartunian is aggressive. He's strong. As long as he allows Hartunian to operate like this on the outside and get comfortable to set up his offense, he's going to struggle with him.
Watch your feet, guys. Watch your feet.
Again, Shakur not willing to engage at the moment.
There he comes forward.
There he initiate the offense there.
Left hand behind that southpaw jab.
Shakur is fine. Come on, Shakur! The fight's going like this. He's okay with that. He told me, and if I said, well, what happens if the fight isn't you know, appealing to the fans? He says, I don't care. My objective is to go in there, win, and go home to my family.
I wasn't ready before, but I'm fine being the villain.
Well, that explains it right there on the back of his trunks. Twitterson
instead of Stevenson.
Shakur starting to put together an assault now.
Oh, that's a good one, too. Man, he put that right hand out there, and all of a sudden pulled the trigger on it, and the left came behind it.
Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Commissioner.
Look at getting that lead foot outside of Shakur's to be able to set up his right hand. Now he's inching closer. Shakur, he's doing the right thing.
5 seconds.
Half of that minute between rounds, even on the stools. Got up right away, ready to get to work against Hartunian as we get in round number 4. But I wanted Timmy to take you back to round number 3. Nondescript first 2 rounds. 10 of 25 was Shakur Stevenson in that 3rd round. Went to the body on the inside against Hartunian.
Nice controls on the inside. You see Shakur manhandling Hartunian on the inside. Little by little, he's going to start putting more and more pressure on Hartunian. Again, he's not running. He's standing right directly in front of Hartunian.
Two-punch combination from Shakur.
Good body shot by Hartunian. See, he got a plan, Tess. Hartunian has a plan. He's just not coming in there, not here to win. I haven't seen anybody pay that much attention to Shakur's body as much as Hartunian has just yet. And eventually, I think he's going to bring that right hood up top. He's going to try to catch Shakur sleeping. He's going to get him used to those body shots coming downstairs, and he's going to try to sneak him over the top with that right hand, the looping right hand. There it is. There was an attempt right there, Tess.
Left hand guard by Shakur was able to block that, and then he sends a left hand to the body. Heard Alan Huggins, the referee, saying that was good, but borderline.
Hartunian right there does a good job of stepping out of range, stepping around Shakur, avoiding getting hit. And Shakur right now placing shots, clean shots right now.
Left hand from Shakur. Start around number 5 of our World Championship fight and just get the sense that Shakur Stevenson knows where this thing is headed, little by little.
39-37, 3 rounds to 1, Shakur Stevenson. Listen, he's the bigger, stronger, younger guy. I'd like to see him start walking him down, Arthur.
And then when Shakur spoke to his grandfather, his trainer, Wally, He said, yeah, if you just let your hands go, you are going to stop him.
You got to let your opposition weaken a bit. Feel them still strong. You still feel those punches on the gloves. They're still pretty heavy. You start paying attention downstairs. You start landing shots on them. You're putting pressure. Again, that mental pressure, making Artunian work when he doesn't want to work. Making him having to think harder than ever by being as close as Shakur is. And making him throw and miss shots like that. Now, the only thing that's missing for Shakur, again, just as in the last fight, more counters. You're missing opportunities to counter Shakur. If he steps that up, the process will start even faster. And that's the breakdown process. Look at the bolo. The bolo is there. He can dip it underneath with the left hand.
Oh, there's no doubt. Just look at the body position here in round number 5.
And that's where he thinks he's weak. He thinks he's weak downstairs, Tess.
You can see where that left hand gets targeted. Any chance that Shakur has. There's a short right hand up top. And then he splits the guard. Then he finishes down to the body.
He's in there fighting a ghost right now. Artunian.
Good jab from Shakur.
Good shot.
Interesting to see as Shakur has grown older and gone up in divisions, now 27 years old, but that fully evolved man strength of his. He's broadened out across the shoulders. You can hear the thud in the punches. And physical presence has clearly changed as the years have gone on.
And the efficiency. Shakur is adamant he's going to stop Artunian. He's in the corner telling his grandfather, he's saying, I'm going to stop him. Just be patient.
21 punches landed in that 5th round. That's a fight high. 15 of those were power punches.
How many times did he get hit?
Well, 8. Artunian had 8 punches landed. Artunian's only landing 16% of his total punches.
You wonder why he's fighting Artunian tonight? Because nobody else in the division wants to face Shakur Stevenson. Yeah, he's so boring. He's not that good. That's what everybody's saying, but nobody wants to fight him. Your favorite fighter does not want to fight him. Understand that.
What a good body shot that was. 3-punch combination. The left hand in the midst of it went to the body.
And he's sitting down on his shots too, Tess. Sitting down even harder on his punches.
Just
that maturity. Yes, that maturity you're talking about.
That's a great shot overhead from our crew.
And look at the defense.
Right in front.
Right in front. Yeah, not
you
running.
said he's not running?
Hurt him with that body shot.
He hurt him with that body shot.
Yeah, he did.
That's why Artunian reacted looking to the ref. He got him with that body shot.
This is what I was talking about at the beginning. He got to bag up Artunian. You bag him up, he doesn't know what to do. But he slowed down a bit. Those body shots have slowed those legs down. He's not bouncing around. He's not as fidgety as he once was. Now he in there. He on survival mode now. Shakur is going to catch up with him.
He knows it too. Shakur knows he's got him. Left hand to the body. He's doing damage to the body. Artunian's effort blocked. Short left hands on the inside from the champion.
Shakur's a real pro. Don't rush the process. Take your time. He knows, he has experience. He understands when his man is weakening. You saw the same thing with Tank. It's the same IQ with Tank. Tank slowly allowed Martin to wear himself down. And then what did he do? He took him out. The only difference is Shakur doesn't have that one-punch power as Tank does. But he has better defense.
He said that after the 4th round. And then look at the punches by round and the effectiveness of landing. 21 and 21.
Artunian's trying to change things up now. He's starting to get his little bounce back. Trying to be a little bit more deceiving with his offense.
Wally Moses said, hey, listen, this guy does not like backing up, and he don't like it to the body. We keep on with that. We're going to stop him.
And to your point, Mark, 27 body connects for Shakur Stevenson. 14 in the last 2 rounds.
Then he came right, trying to split it with the right hand, with the left hand, excuse me, down the middle.
Speaking of splitting with the left hand down the middle, good camera work by our crew right there. Artunian's right hand's blocked again.
He pulls back inches to make those shots.
Oh, there was a body shot right on the hip, really, with the left hand. Artunian firing back, trying to stay game.
Shakur showing his physicality on the inside, standing firm, not being moved like a mountain. Whoa, what a big shot.
Short left hand. Artunian backs up.
Good body shot right there from Artunian. Returning
2 in a row from Stevenson.
Returning the favor, Tess. Yeah, you wonder how many more body shots Artunian is going to be able to take. Good offensive assault right there. Not a whole lot landed, but I like the offense.
Shakur just tracing that line, following him back, hunting down his prey. Right hand went to the body that time. 1-2, straight left hand.
And where is he? Directly in front of him.
Sweeping left hand.
It's all done with his eyes, Tess. Again, I talk about IQ. Good shot.
Let's listen in to Shakur Stevenson and his grandfather.
Good defense from Shakur, of course. I would love to see a little bit more offense. I want to see him ramp it up a bit. That's one thing that's not really assertive. You see Shakur, his plan is to get it in the inside and go down to the body, but he needs to be more assertive with his jab. He'll be able to set up even more offense off his jab. Because you're going to occupy him with that jab. You're going to move him with that jab. You're going to have control of him when you hit him with that jab. Again, if he starts putting his combinations together, maybe 1 or 2, just like that.
Trying to corral Artunian. Artunian circling out to his right.
To break him down even more, and once he does that, then he's going to try to sipe the gas tank even more by digging downstairs on him.
Oh, that went to the body, that right hand. Shakur staying right on top of him. See the wear and tear on Artunian. His first challenge for a world title.
Good shot.
This lightweight division with Shakur, Tank Davis, with Lomachenko. Of course, Tank and Loma widely reported deep in negotiations for a unification bout.
Shakur got to figure out a way to get this guy up out of here, man. He does. He has to start putting more offense together. Artunian is starting to move away a bit. But he needs to put more, he needs to be more assertive with his offense. Take a little bit more risk to entertain these fans. That's just what I believe. Now, if he's comfortable with just doing this, that's one thing, but you want to say you that guy and you want people to believe it, you got to do things like that.
Well, let's see if he does do those things here. Round number 9.
What we say, just don't talk about it, that you got to show us.
He keeps wrapping that right hand around under that elbow to the body. He's been looking at the left hand to the body throughout, but now the right hand getting involved. There it is again. Finishing that 4-punch combination with the right hand to the body. A little bit of separation and a straight jab to split the guard. Goes underneath to the body with the left hand.
Good short
Good
shot.
solid short shot combination.
Got to continue to get more consistent with that work.
Oh, there's the left hand to the body.
All right, he's on the track meet. He's the one with the track shoes now, right?
Hartunian trying to survive Shakur here. Another body shot. Good combination from Stevenson. Minutes ago in round 9.
There it is. That's how you do it. Hartunian right now fighting back. See, Hartunian, he don't want to get stopped. He's fighting back. And now he's bagging off Shakur with this offense.
Yeah, it's actually his best defense is simply throwing like that.
Let's pick it up, okay? Okay, let's go.
See, but now that Hartunian just worked. Now Shakur got to come back with his offense now. That's how you do it. He just got throwing a ton of punches. Now it's your turn. There you go. Let's see if Hartunian, if he returns anything now.
On August 3rd at 154 pounds. Mark Kriegel in that last round. It was the first round where Hartunian hit double-digit connects. He had 12 punches landing against Shakur Stevenson. How do you have it?
89-82. Hartunian with 1 round to start. But he showed me something that last round. He's not going to go so easy.
No, he is not.
Oh, nice uppercut on the inside by Hartunian.
What's on the belt line?
Again, I mean, if you don't do enough offense or enough work and make him pay, then he's going to start getting more confidence. Hartunian is there. He's saying, man, you're not going to take me out? You're not going to show me the door? Okay, I'm going to be right here in your grill. Shakur got to start putting his punches together if he's going to get this stoppage. It's been dominant. It's a bit dominant performance, but if you want to look spectacular, you got to get that stoppage. Hartunian is still strong. He's still strong.
He is.
My goodness.
Listen, it's a game effort. He's missing most of them, or having them blocked by that cross left hand by Shakur. But he is spirited.
Well, there's some very succinct advice from him. You're not going to win on points. Forget about everything. Forget about technique. Go with your heart.
He has shown plenty. Straight left hand from Shakur splitting the guard.
Yeah, if Shakur gets, it's going to be hard. It's going to be real hard to get the stoppage now. It really is. He had softened him up a bit a few rounds ago, but right now, Artem believes. He believes he belongs now. Good shot.
Wally Moses, the trainer of Shakur Stevenson, told him before this round, if you use your jab more, you will get rid of him. Tim, you said that a few rounds ago.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just walking him down. He's not giving him anything. You know, the shot that you don't see is the one that hurts you.
And a blinding jab would do that. There he posts with that southpaw right hand.
Again, Shakur getting hit more because he's trying to force the knockout.
In terms of just wanting to see more offense.
He missed his window. He missed his window. It was a few rounds ago. You saw Artem. You started seeing him weaken a bit. He was taking more shots, standing in play. Now he's caught his second win. He's comfortable with the power that Shakur is doing. Shakur got to just let his hands go a little bit more. Be more offensive-minded. But you either got to create your offense off your jab test, catch and shoot. There's other ways to be able to open your opponent up. Touch, boom. You know, changing the cadence up a bit. But Shakur, again, he's marching forward. Man, this got to be your fans. Your own fans are booing you. Tess, I ain't never had to go through that. Ever. I don't know how I would feel if my own fans sitting in the ring.
Are they booing him, or are they booing the fact that it's round 11 and they thought They booing the style of fight that it's turned into at this point?
I don't know if it's the style. I don't know if it's the style
of fight. They clearly
It's
support
just,
him and love coming out for him.
They expected him to get rid of.
As he said, tonight is about reminding people that I'm that guy.
Yeah, Shakur doesn't have that one-punch power like a Tank Davis has. So his knockouts are going to come. It's going to be more than a cumulative type effect. But he still, again, he has to accumulate more damage, and he hasn't seemed to be able to do that as often as he wants to.
I'm really curious to hear what happens with trainer and fighter at the end of this 11th round.
And when I say season, you have 300 amateur fights, you're a pro. You're a pro already.
159 to 68 is the connect advantage. Hartunian's landed only 17% of his total punches thrown. Stevenson's landed 40%.
Without no running, he didn't run. He probably could have put his punches together more, but as far as his accuracy when he wants to really land, he has. He's gone down to the body. He's staying close. Now he's getting back on his jab.
Right hand to the body from Hartunian.
Yeah.
There's that back power hand. Three-punch combination that finishes with the right hand upstairs. Best work in these later rounds. As Artem Hartunian's going to go the distance with Shakur Stevenson.
All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. And still, WBC lightweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson.